This is HG Disney stuff. That's right, I've sold out, cleaned up my act, and realized that Disney, especially Walt Disney World, really is heaven on earth. If there's one thing I like more than chasing tail, it's the almighty dollar, and Disney's got tons of those. Probably some from you. So now I'm here to tell you all about the new, exciting attractions and innovations, or is it innoventions, that we have to look forward to at WTW, as I call it.
Hey, I can't let you have all the fun.
Whoa! It's obnoxious, wildly excited 90s style voiceover guy.
You can call me Owen Style. Let me help you out. Disney's got so much going on, it's just too much for one person to cover.
I think it might be too much for one person to experience in one vacation.
It might be too much for anyone to experience in a lifetime.
All right! First, they've got Pantopia. Oops, I mean Pandora. Avatar Land being built in Animal Kingdom. The land may or may not open in the next 2 years.
It may open in 3 years.
It may open in 5.
Whatever, it'll be worth it. The level of detail will be off the charts.
Off the chain.
Off the hook.
Off to Hollywood Studios, where they are building not one, but 2 new Superlands.
We're going to see an entire Toy Story land. This will be complete with a roller coaster of some sort.
What kind will it be exactly?
Don't know! Don't care! It'll be incredibly awesome with the masters of Disney Imagineering behind it! We know that!
Oh, we sure do! And in addition to that, the long-awaited Star Wars land is coming. I think I just laid a space ball.
Say no more. Doesn't matter what they're building. It's Star Wars! I know Star Wars! It's going to be the greatest thing anyone's ever seen!
Right on! It just might be the best thing man's ever conceived and built. It may or may not have a thrilling e-ticket attraction themed to a flight in the Millennium Falcon. We don't know.
I don't need details. I already know this will blow everything else away. This is Disney we're talking about.
Wizarding what?
Potter who? Stuff this good takes a long time.
A long time in a galaxy far, far away.
Good one.
It may take until next decade. It's just that awesome.
It may not open in our lifetime. I'd still feel honored to just have known that it was going to happen someday.
It may never open. It could be that it's just that mind-blowing. It may be that it simply can't be understood by our primitive, non-imagineering brains.
Come to think of it, just looking at the artwork makes my head hurt.
Don't stare at it too long.
Disney's artwork alone blows the competition away. I don't even need these new lands open.
Yeah, Disney can charge me to enter a field of dirt and look at the clouds, and I'm still having the best time of my life.
That's Disney dirt.
And Mickey-shaped clouds.
Come to Walt Disney World.
Yeah, folks, come to Walt Disney World.
You don't need anything new.
You don't need any reason to go other than that it's Disney.
All right!
Yeah!
Today we have a special guest in the studio with us. Today we have Dude.
Yes.
Patrude.
Somehow I made it back.
The fourth amigo is back.
Yes, back for his second appearance on the show. Thank you for coming on.
It's been a while.
Oh, you're welcome.
And of course, we always have B.
Well, I hope so.
Well, when it's just me, it's the printer show. So
Fax and printer show.
yes. And today we're going to be talking about Walt Disney World.
What?
All things Walt Disney World. Because
What? No, something's wrong here.
Yeah,
Check
well,
the script.
Dude and B actually went down there, and they're going to tell us all about it.
Oh my.
Well, I dragged them down there.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
To be specific.
Let's get that on record.
Yeah, the man who swore up and down that he would never go back to Walt Disney World, specifically Walt Disney World,
Yeah.
and he went back. I mean, this was a special circumstance, which we won't go into, but you made it back.
I did.
And Dude was the main reason why you went back down there.
Yeah.
So for this one, I'm really gonna kind of stay out of the discussion. I'll just be asking questions. A lot of it is gonna be new stuff in the past 5 years or so. We did new stuff for Orlando past 5 years. We did an episode on that. Then we did an
Right.
episode of new Universal stuff in the past 5 years. So
Right.
now we're gonna do new Disney World stuff past 5 years.
Sure, why not? It happened.
We had to complete the series.
Yes,
That's why.
I went down there just for that. It happened. Shit got real, and I didn't think it was gonna happen. Not this soon, anyway.
But dude, when was the last time you were there? Besides this last trip, you go a little more frequently, right?
Yeah, I was there in 2014.
2014. Okay, so you're about 2 years ago. Summer?
November, same time.
Oh, same time. Okay. Is that a good time to go? How are
No,
crowds?
there is no good time to go. That's the catch.
It was not. No, it was very crowded.
Well, they had the Food and Wine Festival going on,
Oh, all right.
and they were doing some filming at the Magic Kingdom, which dampened things quite a bit.
That's right. The was it some kind of Christmas parade filming for the? Was it for the Disney Channel or one of their channels? I mean, they own half the world.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean that's what I've read, that there is no off season anymore for them.
they filled the gaps in somehow.
Maybe there's like a week or two somewhere in the year, but generally speaking,
In like winter, right? The coldest part of the winter.
Yeah.
maybe.
January.
Okay.
Something like that.
There was a moment where we couldn't even move. Like, if,
Oh, really?
if you have anxiety in crowds, you would not do well. There was a scary moment or two.
That was in Magic Kingdom. He's not lying. That was the most crowded I've ever seen the Magic Kingdom.
Oh,
Was
shit.
this time.
So you went. This was November. This was before Thanksgiving.
It was Veterans Day weekend.
Veterans Day weekend. Okay.
Veterans Day was a Friday this year, and that Saturday was Magic Kingdom, Florida, as crowded as I'm used to seeing Disneyland, and of course, at that park, Magic Kingdom is like, I don't know, almost twice the size. It's a lot bigger. Whatever,
Yeah.
1.5 times, whatever it is. Yeah, it was just like swim. We swam through the sea of people.
So should we start at Magic Kingdom?
Sure.
Okay. Well, how was?
They know I went. It's too late now. Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
They know I'm a lying sack. I'm a hypocrite. What are you gonna do?
Well, let's start with. This is kind of an older thing now, but the Fantasyland redo. How did that look?
Well, you'd seen it totally complete.
Yes.
It was totally complete,
yes.
even in 14 already. So this has been done for a while. It was not bad. It's an improvement over a closed sub lagoon, or nothing, or there was a field there. I had forgotten. I actually had to look a couple things up. I had forgotten how early the subs closed.
Oh yeah.
Like, you didn't even do them, I guess. 'Cause they were already,
No.
I think 94 they closed.
Yeah, I didn't get there
Which-
till '96.
I can't believe it. I forgot how early those closed. And then they sat there for, I think, 10 years, just empty. And then there was actually, I forgot when we were there, one of the times we were there, I guess 11, it was like a field. Like, they had totally demolished the subs. And then it was, I remember that was 2005.
Yeah,
actually.
2005, yeah.
That was 2005, yeah. And then it was just like a grass field where they put a little Winnie the Pooh playground in front of it.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
kind of forgotten that too. And then I was like, oh, that's right. I remember that now.
2004 was still walls up, I
And
believe.
then 2011, the whole thing was walls. And then, yeah, so it's all an improvement over that. It is very nice. It's very detailed. It's very separate, though, from original Fantasyland. Like, that still feels the same.
Okay,
to
so
me.
where like Peter Pan and Small World is. And
Yeah,
all
that still
stuff.
feels relatively the same. And then it's like it's really almost like a separate. It's like Fantasyland 2 or something. It's like
The new batch.
It's almost kind of a second land, yeah, and then it just runs on. It's good, it's whatever. I think the best thing, or something that Disney does the best still today, over anyone else, even over Universal, is they know how to age things. I feel like they take time to do that. So when you have like the new pavement meets the pavement that's been there for many years, like they know how to make it just seamless. So, it's not like when you go to, especially a regional park, and then it's like, the new ride that Cedar Fair put in, and then immediately it's like brand new concrete, and you
Yeah.
can just tell. Like, they don't do that. They age everything, like the rock
Well,
work
they go
around
with
the mine
transitions
ride.
too, between from land to land as well. When you were
Oh yeah, sure.
when you were driving a deuce in the tangled bathroom for like an hour.
I was getting a little tangled.
I was admiring the transition actually between Liberty Square and Fantasyland,
Oh, well, they did that.
and
Yeah, I did check out the new bathroom. I don't know, it's like new tangled bathroom. It's where the Skyride Station was. The Fantasyland Skyride Station.
Okay, yeah.
was your dump tangled?
Yeah, I got a little tangled in there. No, it was very good. It was they do have good like full doors.
Oh, full door.
Like, well, I don't know if it's full. It didn't go to the ground, but like
Oh.
it's more than an average stall. And
Okay.
it was nice. They had some theming in there. It was like themed to a kitchen, right?
Yeah, pots and pans.
I don't
on
understand that though.
The sinks.
So you're shitting in the kitchen? Why did they do that?
They should have you shit in a pan.
Yeah. That's the next step. The bowls themselves are themed.
That's extreme theming.
So you're talking about the transition. Well, it's wider now. It's more open.
Well, there's two paths now. One takes you right in front of the Haunted Mansion, and then there's the original one, which is right,
You
right
go
by Peter
under
Pan.
like an archway. Like it looks like there's a building that comes across the walkway, and then you're entering to Liberty Square.
And the original bathrooms by Peter Pan are now more Peter Pan Q, which has enhanced.
Oh, that's where they stuck the extra queue? They took
Yeah.
over the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, speaking of which, did you check out that new Peter Pan queue?
We didn't check it out at all.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No. What was it? 75 minutes.
Yeah.
Every time you walk by.
Yeah, that ride is impossible.
Yeah, why?
In both parks. In
don't
like
get it.
Disneyland and Disney World.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not one of the better Fantasyland dark rides, I think. But people love it. All right, so then how about that Seven Dwarfs Mine Train?
It's cool. It's a fun little ride.
Well, how did the swinging action of the cars affect things? Did you really notice it, or
It's there.
it's just there? Okay.
That's the best way I can describe it. It happens. It's not.
It doesn't remind you of an Arrow suspended coaster in any
It's
way.
not a lot of G's or anything. It's just.
It does.
It
For me,
does.
It does. It's a little bit of that. It's a little taste of that. Doesn't get there. Nothing does. You know, those were the extremes. What they did with that ride, the Arrow. But it's there. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I didn't think it was going to be that much. I thought it was just going to be a glorified roller skater. I knew it would have that swing thing, but we only did it once because that is impossible to get on. That's like a 2-hour wait. We went first thing in the morning.
And the line was out
It was
too,
already
yeah.
out the door, yeah.
Almost out to Tomorrowland, right?
Oh no.
Just about.
Wrapped around.
Yeah.
The teacups we were in front
It
of.
goes to like the teacups.
really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
And we bailed out of that. That was a good move.
Because that would have taken forever. I guess that's resort guests that get in earlier.
It might be. Or it might have been extra magic hours morning. I'm not sure.
Oh, they do that in the morning now?
Yeah, the 8 till 9. But when we went, it said 90 minutes, but it was 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's because Fast Pass hit. We did the get online 5 minutes before
Like
closing.
11:59.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's like 11:57 on a midnight closing. So that works. And then, yeah, when the final Fast Pass people run out, and then the line speeds through pretty quick. So we only waited, about 25 minutes. Even though they told us 90. They were trying to discourage us from going. They're like, it's 90 minutes, you know.
There was a woman in front of us that was actually had a timer on her phone that I was staring at. That's how I knew it was 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, another skeptic Disney fan.
There's a lot of those these days, right?
How was the I think it's projection that they do for the faces of the dwarves.
Yeah.
They don't do like full animatronic faces, right?
That's right.
They kind of got away from that. How does that look?
I know. I know. For me, I'm not a big fan. I liked it better on Frozen. We'll get to that, I guess. But the first dwarf, I don't know. What dwarf is that?
Dopey?
Dopey? What's his name?
Doofy, yeah.
Doofy.
He has the effect's supposed to be has diamonds in his eyes, but it just doesn't work out. It just doesn't look very well. It just looks stupid almost. It just doesn't work.
I didn't get it. It looks like he's.
Yeah, I didn't get it either.
It's like the new James Bond villain with like diamonds embedded in his eyes or something.
Make any sense.
Or something.
Diamond eyes.
Yeah, that's stupid. I don't know. It's fine. It's cartoony, but it's supposed to be cartoony. It's a cartoon. Come to life.
Wait, is there a dark ride portion at all, or is it pretty much straight coaster?
Yeah, it's a dark ride
There is a dark ride portion. Okay.
portion. When we were down there, Thunder Mountain was closed, and I thought this was a pretty decent substitution
Oh, really?
for that. It's a little shorter, but I guess it's got about the same thrill factor
Really?
What?
Same thrill factor.
That's what?
as Thunder
Okay.
Mountain.
Nah.
No?
Thunder Mountain has
Am I overstating
a little
it?
more spice to it.
All right, maybe.
It's got those little small dips in it, a couple head choppers, and there's no head choppers on the mine train, or any
The dwarf
sudden
one.
dips.
Yeah, it's very sweeping. It's a little taste of an arrow suspended. You get off and you wish you really could have one of those, but it's neat. It's quick.
You get off and wish you were at Cedar Point. That's
well, anywhere I am, yeah. Just about, or Kings Island.
So it's a nice addition. You think they needed that?
It's a nice enough addition. I guess my problem would be it's like another mine train. It's like the same thing over and over again.
Okay.
This is the problem. That's the big only problem with it. Obviously, I want to being a ride guy.
They're not getting a B&M invert, so
it's like, yeah, exactly. Being a ride guy, well, I don't know. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be B&M, but it would be just an invert of some sort, and then or something so that it would be different. Because I'm being a ride guy, I want to see different ride types.
They need something for 14 and up. They really do.
Like age.
Yeah, just an age group 14 and up.
Well, yeah, that's their problem overall. But even as far as coasters, like, I would like to see variety. There's a cool scene at the end when you're waiting in the brake run. Apparently, I guess what they're doing, maybe it's an initiative of some sort, but the Imagineering, I guess they're trying to get the animatronics like walking around now. They're trying to, I think, get them off the floor.
Okay.
So not just sitting, like the legs are poles and then, mid waist up moves. They're trying to like actually make them almost fully moving, 100%. There's a couple of examples with some of the new stuff now, and that was kind of a neat example of that at the end. Like Snow White's like dancing with the seven dwarves in the window.
Remember that.
And they really dance around. Like, it looks really good.
I don't remember that Snow White.
It's almost
being
creepy
there
because it's
a few
almost
years
like,
ago.
holy shit. There's a neat little scene.
The dwarfs are from Snow White. They're the same animatronics from Snow White.
Oh, in that scene?
Yes.
That's right. You did say it
and
to
the
me.
witch as well. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that scene, I guess the dancing characters are the new part, but then the rest of that setup, the set, and the other dwarfs that are ours more
That happened
stationary.
a few times this trip where like we see an animatronic like, whoa.
Yeah,
Another ride in Epcot we'll talk about.
There's a couple that are really impressive. But yeah, that scene is like, I guess they took parts of the original ride, and then they added this one newer part.
No
of it.
projection face, right?
And it's
She
neat.
was.
Yeah, that part did not have projection faces either.
Well, I guess to match up with the other animatronics.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good to have a roller coaster in that spot. Like, now finally, Magic Kingdom has its equivalent to Matterhorn.
Oh,
I'll
I see
say
what
that.
you're saying.
Because it's like in the same exact spot. It's in the equivalent spot.
Okay.
And so that's kind of neat. But there's a new path that goes behind the Dwarfs Mine Train area. It's nice. It's like a nice new little area. And we were around that area all at night, too, because of doing that ride last at night. And it's nice. It's all lit up nice.
And you're essentially walking in the middle of the lagoon at that particular spot in the park.
Oh, where the mine train is?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's all the middle of that. See, yeah, it's hard to place that in my head.
And a little fact: the Little Mermaid show building is in this same exact footprint as the submarines were.
Yeah, I guess the submarine show building.
Okay, so then speaking of
I'm a sucker for that stuff.
speaking of that ride, then how was Little Mermaid?
I don't know. It happened.
Is it the same exact version as the California one?
It is, yes.
Okay.
From what I can remember.
It is the biggest miss in Disney theme park history.
Oh, wow.
Theme park history. Wow.
They get away with it because it's such a beloved movie, and it has a special place in my heart, that movie. But the ride's a disaster. It's
Oh, wow. You go that far.
it really is.
Well, it's, yeah. Tell me what you were saying while we were on the ride. But different kind of fish and
The
different.
still fish.
Yeah, it's the still fish.
The whole ride, I'm like, you know what you call those kind of fish?
Still fish.
Oh, just the ones that
Because
don't
they're
move?
just static,
Yeah.
on poles. On poles and
Some are
wires.
rotating, but they're still fish.
It's very cheesy. That ride, maybe except for like the two, is there like two Ariel figures? One where she's dancing and maybe there's another one. And then the one Ursula animatronic.
Ursula's very
Like,
good, yes.
aside from like those like three or animatronics, it's like Cat in the Hat
Oh, really?
level.
But that's the thrill.
That's
It's,
not
it's like cheesy, yeah. It's like look up and you see the office ceiling, like the drop ceiling. And then like, yeah, it's very cheaply done, it seems.
You can't be any more immersed in this environment.
How's the queue for that ride?
It's long. It's overly long. It's like a little bit of Dueling Dragons for
is
some reason, which you don't want for a little ride
Really?
like that.
So it's a long, windy one-way queue?
Oh yeah, it takes you like a good 5 minutes to walk through the whole thing.
Oh, jeez. I thought didn't they add stuff in there though, like stuff to look at or interactive stuff, kind of.
I don't know. I mean, there was no wait when we did it. We just
okay.
blew through it. Is there,
No
is there
wait.
stuff?
I think there's interactive things, but there are videos.
Okay, maybe that's
like
what
little
I saw.
crabs collecting stuff.
Oh, yeah, I remember. There's a little like hologram.
And the bird
videos.
guy. What is that guy's name?
Oh,
Scuttle?
there's an animatronic of him in the queue, right?
Oh.
Telling a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, the queue is better than Land.
Well, then you pretty much walk right in, right?
California Adventure version.
Okay.
But that ride itself belongs in that park better.
Wait, in
California Adventure, because that's like a cheaper park anyway.
Oh.
So it's like in that park I accept it more. We actually did it twice. I think it was just kind of like
No, we did it twice because it was like so bad it's good.
Yeah,
We had to
alright.
just see it again because it was terrible.
But I guess having done ET like a few weeks ago before this, like this is not that kind of so bad it's good though. It's not.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of just bad. I don't know, especially in
All
Magic
right.
Kingdom Park. I think Winnie the Pooh's better.
Well,
Right?
Oh, you came around to Winnie the Pooh.
It's not better than Winnie the
I
Pooh.
was going to say that Monsters Inc. finally is better than something,
Oh.
Oh, that one too. You think? Oh.
but it's not the Little Mermaid. That's
It's really weak.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing for me about that is, and I was saying to you when we got off the ride, was that I think that ride, it's the placement that's really kills it. If that had taken the place of Snow White in that exact same spot, on the back side of the castle there, it'd be more acceptable because it's on the level of like Peter Pan's Flight and like the original Snow White kind of. It's just kind of like that. But they placed it and they give this huge queue like it's this giant e-ticket attraction. And then it's just one of those small, like 4.5 minute dark rides. Mm-hmm. It's not a big e-ticket. It's hard to accept the way they set it up.
So then let's continue with the Fantasyland stuff. How was like the dueling Dumbo area, that whole thing back there?
We did walk.
Circus Psycho.
Yeah, it's like Disney's version of that. Yeah. We did walk. I made you walk over there. He didn't even want to walk over there.
Oh, really?
He did it 2 years ago, and he didn't even really care to
Not
see
a
it.
fan of Toontown, and I'm not a fan of the circus theme. I could take either one or leave them both.
It's an improvement, I guess, over what was there. It was Mickey's Toontown Fair.
Yeah, Toontown
Right.
Fair.
Yeah, it's like that. That's just the same footprint as that,
Okay.
and it's like the same garbage. Well, I guess they just where the farm was like a petting zoo with that cow, Minnie Moo. That goes back to the early '90s. I don't know how long ago that went out,
But they cooked that thing up.
but yeah, we ate it. That circus tent. It's just a gift shop.
Huge gift shop.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, it had like all the trapezes and stuff on the ceiling, and they had
so
like
Circus Magurkus.
those. Yeah, it is like that. Only like it should have been a place to eat. You could sit in there for a while because as a gift shop was almost kind of a waste. So and they still just and it's just like the tents where you meet Mickey or that they always had before. It's just like a newer version of it, updated it. And teacups look pitiful. I just say that we agreed on that. I couldn't believe like how, and I think even more so now that that they're on the edge of this like the more highly themed area of Fantasyland, this new part. It doesn't really look any better than like Great Adventures does. It's just the same thing. It's just like the corrugated metal roof and just the ride underneath it. It's just very plain.
That was why they had to enhance Winnie the Pooh, because to match up with the Mine Train.
Yeah, they really should enhance that.
They should enhance you're right.
They got to put a new like structure, a new pavilion over the ride.
It was like Great Adventure.
It doesn't fit in. Yeah, it just looks like a regional park.
All right.
The dirty tent roof.
Yeah, it's just very cheap looking. Even at night, it was just plain white lights like lining the underside.
Well,
that was
they're
it.
not putting any money to that, obviously.
Like nothing special on that one. It's weird. Just that one ride just kind of still sticks out like a sore thumb more than ever now.
Are there any other major things in Magic Kingdom? I mean, I want to ask you about the hub because they expanded that.
Big fan of the hub expansion, yes. I love the AstroTurf, and I actually was laid out on it for a few minutes.
Oh, really? It's AstroTurf.
Yeah, it's just, you could, when it's open, the rope is open, you could just go freely in there and lay out with your family or, just get off your feet. It's a nice addition. It's really wide open now. The whole entire hub is really open.
It's a lot of space. It's a lot of space. I liked the way it was with the moat going all the way around, but they did keep most of it still somehow. They kept a lot of it. Like you cross over into the lands still, but then I guess from Main Street, you just kind of it's all filled in.
Okay.
So that was alright.
The problem with Magic Kingdom in Florida is, it's like I always said, it's too big for itself. they have too much land. Like Disneyland, they have to like immerse you in that whatever amount of acres it is. Very small, tight space.
Size of your backyard.
Yeah. And you see too much. You see too much show building and backstage area.
Oh yeah. So
Oh,
much
really?
backstage is visible.
Really, the sight lines are that bad?
I thought they were worse than ever.
Really?
I don't think it's changed though. Really, I mean, I don't see how it could.
Wow, I don't remember it being like that.
Unless they've hacked a lot of trees down in the last few years.
These safety
They're getting old.
railings they're putting up now and buildings, and it's out of control. It's.
Well, some of that's yeah.
I guess they need to.
They were forced to build
by law, but.
Yeah.
By law. But yeah, there's a lot of backstage peek-ins. The worst thing, one more new thing, the new second pathway behind Main Street. Did you know about this?
Oh,
I don't read up on Disney anymore.
Yeah,
I didn't know about
sounds
this.
vaguely familiar.
I didn't even know about. How long has that been there?
They might have been using it for years, but
Really?
I know just recently, last 2 or 3 years, they've been retheming the backs of the buildings.
Oh,
on
so
Main
it was
Street.
even worse before?
It might have been
I
worse.
saw a better version? Oh, God.
It might have only been used for like a certain
It's
number
terrible.
of days a year.
I know we were there. It was very crowded that weekend. So maybe they had to open it just for that weekend. And normally it's closed unless it's like July or something. Or
Well, you said
Christmas week.
You said it looks like Chiller Station.
Oh, no.
Yes,
From the-
it's
the brickwork.
Flexible Brick Company.
Oh, really?
It's just like the fake brick. I mean, or it could be painted. I'm not. I mean, you can't get that close to it. But that's how they did up the backside of all the Main Street buildings. It's on the, if you're going into the park, it's on the right side.
Yeah.
And you can go up that way. So the Tomorrowland side. And yeah, it's just like a green fence on both sides. And then on the Main Street side, it's like the fence is lower and there's greenery. There's bushes and shrubs and shit. And then it's just, yeah, they just did the buildings up like all brick. So it looks like it's factory theme or something like that. Like on the backside of Main Street, it's just all factory. It's like the industrial sector of
all
Main
right.
Street, USA.
Wow.
It's really weird, but it's not awful, but it's very regional parkish.
Huh. Okay.
I felt like I was walking through a regional park. So I understand why they need it for crowd control, but it's not up to their usual standards. Yeah, and then the Tomorrowland side, you just saw Tomorrowland like backstage.
Oh.
It's like you could clearly see
That's
it.
not-
You could see where there would be. I saw a couple of cast members going in and out of a door, so that was really weird. Because I guess originally that was all just backstage, and you're walking through it, and it's very strange.
The new eateries in the new Fantasyland, Gaston's Pub and
Oh, mention
the
it.
Beauty and the Beast restaurant. Did you guys get to check that out?
Oh, did we ever?
So where did you eat? Where did you go?
Well, we had breakfast at the Be Our Guest, but I mean, I don't know what do you want to say.
I mean, everything I'd heard is that you couldn't get in. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Well, it's a year off from opening, or more than a year.
Yeah, but I think that those days are done. I think
No,
because
it's more than that. It's a couple years since
it's been open for like 2 or 3 years already.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, those days are over because now it's like we walk by at dinner time later in the day and like it was just open season.
Really?
It's just, you can walk in.
Oh wow.
So it's and I know why because it's a crock.
Oh really?
It's not. First of all, it's not a sit down place.
It's not?
It's not table service. No, it's not. It's just like any of the other places. Generally, they do it a little different.
It's quick service?
It is quick service. Yes. It's just
Oh.
that you line up, you queue up, you get in, you have to order on a touchscreen, then you sit down, and then they bring the food out from the kitchen in carts to you.
Okay.
So the food comes to you. Drinks are there's just like a fountain. You get your own drink.
Which is kind of cheesy.
Oh yeah.
Soft drinks. I mean, it kind of takes away from the theming.
I thought it was a sit down play. I thought it was table service. And
That's what I
it's
thought it was
not.
too.
They try to be elegant with the French cuisine and what do they call those things? They put the food inside and they have it in a cart. They wheel it around. They know where you sit. It's like they track you down with the bracelet. But it's like go over there to the soft drink station, grab yourself a
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, that you still have to do. No, the fact that they can find you. That is the coolest part, I guess. Because I even said, I was like, all right, and then the food? And she's like, oh, no, well, just sit down anywhere you want. You pick your seat and
We didn't know what to do.
we'll find you.
So how do they find
And
you?
I was just kind of, okay. I think, and we probably should talk about this at some point, the magic bands.
So you got a magic band.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? You're telling me now?
What? No, what? No, I didn't. I mean, dude gave it to me.
Oh.
I didn't buy my own.
All right.
admittedly.
And then
All right. So the Magic Band.
just so we can leave it out of Denny's.
and I may have left it.
I may or may have not flushed it down the bowl. At
Yes.
Oh.
I may have run it over with our rental car. When I was done. Yeah, it didn't make it back.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that, dude. I really wasn't. I mean, I did make a joke before we're almost done with the long weekend. I said I'm gonna bring this home and run it over with my car. And then I did.
Just about
I
did.
did leave it. Yeah, it didn't make it back.
Okay.
That's what I think it is.
Okay. So then, how was the food at Be Our Guest?
At Denny's?
Oh, Denny's was pretty good. Be Our Guest, no, the food was very average. I got French toast, and I thought that it was the complimentary French toast I could have gotten at the Best Western we were staying at.
You got a kid's meal, too.
Wait, that's really bad though.
Yeah, it tasted like complimentary hotel French toast.
So it's shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I'm saying it's a crock. It's the same food. It's just their regular crappy park food.
Ah.
It's not even their plussed up like Epcot food
Okay.
in the big restaurants. It's not that. It's just their regular park food. They serve it a little fancier, but it's like a little disguise on the regular cafeteria concept that they have in most of the rest of the park. But it's just that. So don't be fooled. And I think people have not been fooled. I think everyone's kind of done it once, and they realized, and now they're not doing it because I didn't see where there was this great demand for it. The rooms were themed kind of cool. We sat in the main room, which was the coolest. There's a neat...
Which is what? It's like the ballroom?
the ballroom. It's like the neat looking out the window, and it's night and it's snowing.
And that looked nice?
It was, yeah, we sat right by the window, actually, right in front of it.
Oh, okay.
That was great. And they had a Christmas tree because it was the beginning of the holiday decoration season. And then there was the library where the Beast's photo is. It is cool though. So it's like that. It's like the darker kind of the evil room to eat in, the ballroom, and there was one more room. There was a third room. There's
I'm
three
not sure
rooms
what
you could
that's
eat in.
supposed to be themed
Three
after, but-
theme rooms. And then and no show. I wanted that fucking
Yeah.
candlestick to start singing and dancing.
They do have a candle guy there, but it's the guy you can buy in the gift shop.
Yeah, that's all they had. Yeah, the same one you can buy. A cheap plastic-looking model of that guy. They had sitting out off to the side. That was it.
What, doing something or nothing?
No, just still.
Stationary
Stationary with just like
stationary.
the fake...
LED candles.
Yeah, fake LED flickering candle light.
Oh, that's not good.
That's it. No real animatronic, no real show. It's a crock. It looks nice, but that's about it. That felt in every way like it was just their answer for Potter for like 3 broomsticks. You
Yeah.
said it. Yeah, like, they very much just tried to do that.
Well, it's the same system, from what it sounds like. You order your
Yeah.
food, and then you go sit down, they bring it to you.
But they don't seat you.
Oh, they don't seat you? Well, that's not good.
You're on your own.
Oh, you have to fend for yourself to
Yeah.
get
And
a table?
when you're in the 3 broomsticks, you feel like you're fully immersed in the Potter world. At least I do. You don't get that in Be Our Guest. You're not immersed in the Beauty and the Beast world.
Yeah.
It feels very much like just a crowd trap.
Yeah, a
And
cafeteria.
overpriced food.
It's nice. Again, it's nice enough, but it's like, yeah, it is. It's too open and large, and yeah,
Pecos Spill might be a better experience.
it's nicer.
We don't. Yeah.
It's cooler. I like a little outside, inside, and little stuff. Little.
We didn't try
touches.
that Mexican food there, but
Oh, it's not burgers anymore?
It's more like Mexican now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so then how was the guest on Pub, Tavern, whatever the hell it is?
That was cool. That was more like
that's well done.
Potter,
Yeah.
because it's like smaller and like it was more intimate, and then but themed well. And there was no real food, right? It was like a pretzel and like some pastries.
Yeah.
A big
They have
cinnamon
a
bun.
big Cinnabon.
Yeah.
So they have goofy drinks?
All we got was the drink. We got what was it? Gaston's piss.
Guys.
So it was really just like Budweiser.
Muse juice.
I totally forgot what
No,
it's
no,
called.
no. It's not alcoholic. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something's brew.
I wish that would. I guess it just says something about me. I'm getting older. Like this was the first time I think that I ever really noticed that. They're like, there's no alcohol here,
Yeah.
and they don't, right? There's nowhere in the Magic. Only Epcot, I think, right? Is the only of the 4 parks.
Might be, yeah.
Because when we had dinner.
Well, short of like any sit-down restaurant within any of the parks. Yeah, I don't know if like
Yeah.
Tony's on Main Street or something.
Well, no, that's where we ate dinner, and first time I ever been there actually.
Oh.
and it's nice. It's kind of neat.
And they don't serve alcohol
Food's
there.
good, but yeah, I would have gotten like a beer,
Okay.
and I was like, oh, that's right, they don't have
It's
alcohol.
LeFou's brew. That's what.
Oh, all right.
Pity la fou.
So,
It's like a frozen apple juice. You figured out?
Yes.
oh, 'cause it's the same as the Cars Land thing,
I
right?
liked it, but yeah, it's frozen apple juice. So it's like a icy. It's not
Okay, slushy,
It's like,
yeah.
yeah, slushy. It's
Alright, it's different.
with toasted marshmallow flavor and butterscotch, I think. A hint of butterscotch or
Whoa,
something.
this sounds like too many flavors here.
And it tastes like butterscotch off the bat, but
So
once you start-
butterbeer.
It does, but yeah, it's like, I guess their version of that. But I liked it better than butterbeer.
Oh, really?
I liked it a lot. I like that along with that pumpkin juice, pumpkin fizz at Potter.
But okay, so they don't have a pumpkin type drink at.
I think this was the only one, right? Just the one. There was no other
The
special.
only one drink there,
Like
at
a
Gaston's?
special made up drink
That's it.
in
Besides,
Gaston's, I think.
no,
That's
I
it.
think that's it in Gaston's.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did it. I mean, I was glad I did it. It was good.
Okay,
But
but
everybody's getting it.
I have to ask you just because you mentioned it. How was the food at Tony's?
Oh, it was good.
Oh, that was good. Okay.
The food was good. Yeah.
Because I remember, I mean, I ate there, cheese. I don't know what year that was, late 90s. And I remember the food not being that good there.
Oh,
But that was a really long time ago.
All right. I mean, it's a small menu. 8 to 10
It
entrees.
comes
that you can
down
get or
to
something.
chicken parm or spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay, so it's like typical Italian.
More or less. But
Restaurant.
it was a solid chicken parm.
Okay.
Yeah, the best chicken parm you're gonna get in any theme park. I mean, I don't know how many parks offer chicken parm, but
Old Bush.
Yeah. Well,
it's better than Bush.
not anymore, really. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Tony's.
Yes, it was
Okay.
much better than that Italian chicken dish I got at Bush Tampa. It was very good. That was nice to do that.
All right, so any other thoughts on Magic Kingdom before we hop to another park?
I guess that's about it. Everything else was what it usually is.
Too much backstage. It's
Too much backstage. Space Mountain.
my
I mean, I did say to you before we went on air, that's like, I don't know, that's maybe the best thing in the resort.
Yeah, the
I'll
ride's
be
incredible.
enough. That Space Mountain is just, that's just so much fun.
yeah.
Because I know when we've talked about it on the show before, I would always say, "Oh, it's one of my favorite coasters ever. I absolutely love that ride." And then,
Yeah.
and you'd kind of be like, okay,
Yeah,
whatever."
I know. Well, for whatever reason, I got it this time.
Yeah.
It is a hell of a lot of fun. And we got a weird thing. The last time we did it was sort of a bonus ride, and we had partial lights on.
Oh, what
Actually,
happened?
The lights on the People Mover track were on.
Oh
So
no!
it bled through,
I guess
naturally
they had a
the
breakdown,
ride.
or I guess they were shutting it down for the night because it was like the very end of the night.
Maybe. Why would they do that, though, when the ride's still...
That was that was the thing we did before that final Seven Dwarfs ride.
So we could see a lot of the track, and it was still just as fun. It's
Oh, really?
an amazing
Okay.
little ride. It really
Well, that's
is.
an impossible layout to remember.
Yeah, even with the lights on, it's impossible. Or partial lights. I think if they were, I think
If they were completely on, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, if the whole
Well,
thing
then
was
you're
lit
just in
up,
like a nasty warehouse.
yeah, I think that would have killed it. But just enough light, like on the horizon, with the mover track around you, it was still kind of neat. But it was a weird experience to ride it and be able to see the track at points, like for that biggest dip.
There was one dip that
The one
was...
Yeah,
where
the one dip in the middle of the ride.
It's really like
so
always
amazed
gets
it was
you.
that high.
30
like-
feet, but it feels like it's like 80 feet,
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's like it was weird to see the track and be on that part.
I got the other impression, like it looked like it was bigger than it should have been.
Oh, like even just looking at it, yeah, it still felt pretty big. Even seeing it, that ride is something special. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I'll give that to it's a classic ride.
All right. So, should we hop to Epcot?
Sure.
No Jingle Cruise.
Oh, you saw that?
We did it.
Oh, well, I got to hear about that.
No, you don't. It's the same.
All right, let's go to Epcot then.
It's the same. It's the same ride, and they put like Santa hats on the gorillas.
All right, that's piss
Yeah,
poor.
it's ridiculous.
It really is. And I will say, I do think actually now that Disneyland's is better. You don't need that temple part. It's garbage.
I remember you were looking so forward to that, and your face...
Yeah. I guess I had that sad face on. Yeah, because it was just like, if nothing goes on. And it's
Some still tiger and...
not having that, just having the ride be like a couple minutes shorter is actually better. and the piranha effect, which I don't think that's anything original. That was probably added later.
Yes.
But the piranha pool, it's in land. They never
yeah.
brought that to World, and I think that's like the coolest effect on the ride. And not having that is a big detriment too. So yeah, that's nothing going on there.
All right.
Nothing to see here, folks. Jingle Cruise is a big shame.
All right then. Epcot, Frozen Dark Ride. So how was that thing?
Oh, the froze? I don't know. Where do you want to start? I mean, the ridiculous wait. We did get the full experience. We waited, 45, an hour?
It felt more like an hour.
No, it was like an hour 15.
Oh,
I think it was like more like an
hour
hour 15.
Well, that was getting like, what, 4-hour waits when it first opened or
Oh,
something?
jeez.
Well, this is when I personally realized that how FastPass is a failure, because it took me a while to get on board with that, and as soon as you leave, as soon as you merge onto the regular line with the FastPassers, the fucking thing moves.
Yeah.
Hour and a half of just standing still, practically.
Yeah, a little movement, a couple steps, then you stand still.
Very frustrating. One giant room. It's very well themed and everything.
Yeah, so the it's like an outside-inside queue, and yeah, it looks nice. But yeah, you're right. It's one big open room, and you see the whole. You see your fate. You see your wait.
Oh.
You see your next hour, like right there.
And I think the mind train happened too, if I'm not mistaken. That you said the fast passes probably ended. All of a sudden, the line just started fucking shooting.
Oh
to the
yeah.
station. Like,
Oh yeah, to get back to that point, yeah, because I was telling you, telling you for years, really, but even when we were there again, about how that really screws things up. FastPass creates its own problem that it supposedly solves.
Yeah.
But it creates the problem. Everything would be better if it didn't exist, and every line was just what it's supposed to be.
Or each ticket attraction should not be included in fast pass.
Yeah,
Frozen should not be even mentioned as part of a fast
because
pass.
it's too small a ride, I guess. But it really screws anything up. But yeah, this time he finally saw it. He kind of saw it,
experienced it. Yeah.
By experiencing it this way with me being there.
Well, looking at it in your, through your eyes, got a different perspective.
I guess that was kind of cool. I guess, yeah. He saw things differently being with me, and I saw things a little differently being with him.
Okay.
We both kind of rubbed off on each other
All
this
right.
time, so it was cool. The whole overall thing. But let's get back to Frozen. So you load in what was the unload area. Formerly.
Oh, over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
the queue is where that movie theater was.
Okay, so they just demolished that whole thing.
Yeah, you wait in
all
that,
right.
and then you get on the old unload area, which is now both load and unload. So they made it longer by where the old station is part of the ride. And they also changed that track. You kind of wind back and forth a little bit in what was the old station to add even more footage. So they could
More
get
scenes, yeah.
Yeah, they could get some more jam-packed in there. And then other than that, though, it was funny. My first reaction is, it's the same ride.
Oh, really?
Because it is. I mean, it's the same ride, just overlaid, which is
Yeah.
different. You see different shit, but it's exactly the same ride. Like, you just knew every part that you were on. Like, this is what used to be. Oh, this
Yeah.
was the polar bear. Oh, this is we're going
But they
backwards
don't
now.
try to tell a story as much as they do just be a theatrical 2 minutes of Frozen characters and songs and.
Yeah, no story.
Really? That's kind
Doesn't-
of interesting.
Doesn't tell the story of the movie. It's supposed to be a sequel to the film.
Is it really?
It like starts
that
at
it?
where the film ended,
Oh.
but it doesn't even tell a sequel story. It's just the characters rehashing the songs that you know,
Right.
and just doing goofy things.
Okay.
And that's about it.
So it's a 1.5. It's not really a true 2. It's like a
Yeah, I guess.
Frozen
yeah.
1.5.
And yeah, does it ever harp on that song? God
Oh, Let
damn
It Go?
They will not let it go.
Yeah.
They had a big hit and they won't let it go. Yeah, you didn't see the movie, right?
No, I did not see the movie.
I didn't either, so I didn't know really what was going on. But I knew that song, and it's like that's all you have to know, really,
Okay.
in a way. I don't know. It's not bad, right? I almost want to say this is so bad it's good.
Okay.
Because we were laughing. I was laughing.
I don't even think it's bad.
I was hoping, but yeah, you're right. It's not exactly bad, but it's like it got me laughing though. 'Cause, yeah, it is. It's like over the top theatrics.
It's an overwhelming 2 minutes.
It's over the top.
Well, what do you mean by that? What did they do that was so over the top?
Oh
It's just
God,
very relentless. Scene after scene.
it's just the song, and it's like you're watching a Broadway show, like right in front of you.
Yeah.
On the boats that were in Maelstrom.
Okay.
And when you first switch to go backwards the first time, and then you drop a little bit, it's like that's the main part where the ice bitch is singing the song. And it's just like so theatrical,
Yeah.
and all you're doing is that little 10-foot drop backwards, and it's like, what's going on here? She's just singing at full tilt, and it's just like it's so much projection, and it's so insane, like colorful around you,
bright, colorful.
and it's just like holy shit, it's so much.
A little too much screen usage.
It's almost too much. Yeah, it's like holy shit, what's going on here? You can't even stop and think for a second. It's just
Yeah.
like in your face.
And it's over. It's like.
Yeah, and then it's still just like a 3-minute ride, whatever it was. It's the same track.
But when
Okay.
when this ride first starts, you turn the corner and it's Olaf,
Yeah, Loaf the snowman,
big Olaf.
big old Loaf.
we were both had the same reaction, like whoa, like he's
Oh, that was one of the more
he's like
impressive
ice skating
times
around
ever
and,
done.
and
Yes, that was the other one that moves around.
Like right off the bat, they get you. Like, wow.
It does kind of look like he's walking.
Yeah.
I don't know how they fucking did it. That was the next most impressive one since the Cars that we saw in Cars Land.
Okay.
But he was like light on his feet. Like, I don't know. That was really impressive.
That's impressive animatronic, yeah.
And that was not projection face.
No.
I don't think, right? That was all mouth movement, and like that's a really impressive little animatronic. That loaf.
So what do you think? Are you upset that this replaced Maelstrom, or are you okay with it? Do you not really care either way?
It's like, it's fine. Like, if you really were a big fan of, I guess, if you want to call it the thrill factor of what that ride was, it's all still there. It's all intact. And then it's just, you see different stuff now.
I'm not so big on Epcot having to be the old Epcot. You know, the information and, you know, the future, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Edutainment.
Information slipping away.
They just keep throwing these Disney characters in there, and I don't necessarily think it's a great idea.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess that's the way to look at it.
Where's the original content?
It's like, yeah, if I didn't want to think about how it fits in the overall theme and stuff, like it's just whatever. I have no problem with Maelstrom being done and this ride being there. Like, that's fine.
Well, you said it. Shouldn't Frozen be in Fantasyland, right? Didn't you say that?
But, yeah. Well, no, I
place of
said
Little Mermaid or something?
that should be where Little Mermaid is.
Yeah.
Oh, not do Little Mermaid.
It's
and
a
do
better
that.
ride.
Okay.
That was better than Little Mermaid. Yeah, if that was where Little Mermaid was, I'd be more
Or put
okay
money
with
into Little Mermaid. You could do that.
Oh, that's a quick aside. Little Mermaid being an Omnimover, and like the newest one they've done, one of the only modern era ones they've done, it's kind of sad to see that it's like they don't know how to work those anymore. Because I would say constantly you'd get like one car would go empty, then two cars would go empty.
What?
It's like they're not being trained right, or they just don't know how to do it anymore. Because like it is an Omnimover, right? It's meant to be the fastest system to get people on and move everyone through, and everyone gets the same ride experience, and it's all even. But like they just can't get people on fast enough anymore. This has nothing to do because I think the Fast Pass line merges before you actually board, before you get on the conveyor. This is just like bad training of the cast members or whatever it is, or bad management or something. Because it's like they just can't get people on fast anymore.
Huh.
Which I thought was weird and kind of sad to see. It's like, man, here's a new attraction that they built right. It's not low capacity like some of the new stuff they're doing. And yet it's like they can't even work it anymore. They can't figure it out anymore.
That's
like,
weird.
Why was there so many cars? Haunted Mansion, I think, was the same thing I saw. There was a
Yeah.
lot of cars going empty. I don't know if it's people.
I think it's people.
Just people these days or something. Fucking people just checking their phones all the time or something. But like, yeah, they can't get people on fast enough. And then also during the ride, you know how the Omnimovers have a half speed? There's like full speed, then there's half speed, then there's stop.
Yeah.
And we got half speed like at least twice, and it stopped like also twice. I think
Really?
during the ride too.
Well, that sounds like people to me then.
So it's just like, I don't know, man. That was just awful.
Is Frozen done, or you have any other thoughts?
So that's it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, the only thing I guess, so again, to bring it back, the only thing I guess if is it good or not as a replacement is if you want to get into the whole should those fantasy characters be in Epcot, you know, like you already mentioned, Dude. So, yeah, in my opinion, it's like it's too late. It's already ruined. I don't know.
Oh, Epcot, like the original
Yeah,
concept.
you know,
and everything,
it doesn't matter.
yeah, kind of at this point, I guess I have to agree with you that it really doesn't.
You know, and I just don't care as much anymore.
Yeah.
You know, again, I stopped caring at these parks a while ago. So.
Well, because what are you going to do? You're really going to, fight against it in your mind that this is not where Disney is today and the direction that they're going, where they're adding these characters into what's supposed to be character-free, or not character-free, but it's not supposed to be a cartoonish Fantasyland park.
Yeah. I think it was, right? The first couple years, it was like actually even Mickey wasn't in there, I believe.
I'm sure.
In the history of the park, I think
I would believe that.
I think they had no characters for at least a few years, and then they quickly changed that.
Yeah, like maybe Figment or something.
I think this is
the only guy.
one. Yeah, the one that was kind of debuted there.
All right, so then how about the new Soarin' video?
Oh boy,
How was that? Soarin', what did they call it? Soarin' Over the Horizon or something? Did they change the name?
Soaring over your legs. I think.
soaring over Dude's feet.
Or is it just Soarin'?
It was just Soarin' still, right?
Okay. So there's no indication that they...
Did it
over the world.
did it become Over the World
proper
officially?
name,
Did they?
but
Yeah, 'cause
it's really just Soarin'.
I feel like they have to indicate to the public that it's a new video. Otherwise,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Right. I don't think there was heavy promotion for it in Epcot or
feel like it.
DCA. I think it just kind of transferred lazily. Just
Yeah.
So how was that?
Lateral move, really. I don't know. It's like the same thing. It's It's just world icons
Yeah, all right.
instead of all being California.
Didn't they upgrade to like 4K projectors or something?
Yes. I don't know if they're 4K.
Or at least
Or
it's not
HD.
just actual film, it's like digital projection now,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So how was that? How did that look? Did it look crisper and better?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
All right, so we were front row, that's good because the back two, that's it.
You might as well just get off the ride.
Yeah, you might as well not ride because it's like the experience. Once you see the film once, it's like then the experience is blown. I mean, there's no reason to have the back row.
Yeah.
You see people in front of you, feet and legs. You see physical legs in front of you. We were front, but we were extreme right side. We were the last two seats
Oh.
on the
That
right.
was the very last seat on the right.
He was the very last, yeah. So already, like the whole thing was skewed. You see the curvature a little bit. It's like impossible not to. So that's distracting right there. And then we had a fun little incident.
Well, first you noticed the rejection on my feet,
Yeah.
on my shoes.
Oh, really?
Dude likes to ride legs out. Right?
I like to ride spread eagle mostly.
Yeah. Yes, he misses the old spread eagle fair
Yeah.
at Busch Gardens. Yeah, he likes to ride like legs like totally out, like at 90-degree angles to the rest of his body, and that's fine. I mean, he should be able to do that. He's a little taller than me, but I noticed, pretty early in the ride, I noticed there was like light, like projection on his legs, and I was like, what? And at that point, quickly, obviously, you realize, well, if that's the case, then there must
Where
be
are they?
you're making a shadow somewhere.
Yeah.
Because some of the projector is like on you. And then eventually all you have to do is lean over just a little bit, like lean forward and look over to the right. And sure as hell, there was his feet and legs, like the whole from knee down.
At least knee down. Yeah.
Yeah. Completely on the side of the screen. A shadow totally in the picture.
You'll have to insert that right now.
Yeah, you could put a picture of that up. Because you snapped the picture on your phone. Wow, I don't know how the hell that's possible.
Yeah, that shouldn't be possible.
And then the girl
Absolutely
next
not.
to you caught on, and
Yeah.
she started.
So
laughing.
then, No, so then I put my
no.
legs totally out just to see. I was in the second seat.
You just get your feet a little bit.
Yeah, I'm in the second seat, so I'm a little further away, and also I'm a little shorter. But I still got my feet on there when I did it. I could get my feet, and then we were hysterical laughing. We actually kind of missed like a good part of the video because we weren't watching anymore.
We didn't see at least half of it.
We just broke down laughing. It was hysterical. And then he was doing it on purpose, like making it like more ridiculous in the screen. And
I was
then
trying to make hand puppets and leaning in.
I was trying to do hand puppets to see if that wasn't possible. Your arms, I guess, aren't long enough, But and then the girl next to me like realized like, what are these guys laughing at? And then she looked over and she saw it. And then she started laughing. She cracked up because it's like it was ridiculous. Like, how could this be
But
possible?
the people below us totally got a ruined show.
So yes, that's when I realized, like, so everybody behind us had to have seen that in their field of vision. Like, they
Yeah.
must have seen, like, legs in the picture.
Just shoot silhouette of me.
Disney, what are you doing? That is piss poor. Like, you gotta line the projector up better. But we weren't doing anything wrong. We didn't, like, take our seatbelts off, and like, that's not even possible. The ride would stop. But it's like, like, we weren't, like, doing anything you're not supposed to do. It's just like you're sitting there and you put your legs out, and it's like, it shouldn't be.
Right.
That someone, within normal human height shouldn't be able to like have their legs on the screen.
The thing is, if we were immersed in it, we wouldn't even pay any attention to the projector.
That's true.
Oh, that's a very good point. Yeah.
So it is sort of
So it's a thumbs down in the end.
it says something. It says something about the ride, but that's just that, and that has nothing to do with the original ride. Would be the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
just as boring.
It needs more action. It needs more.
Oh,
movement.
it needs an action. It needs a story. It needs action. And in a way, this is kind of worse because you told me before we even got on, so it was already in my head, which was not probably even made it worse. But like
the CGI.
because some of the landmarks they wanted to use, like there's fly over restrictions, like you can't actually fly over in something. So it's like they just CGI'd it.
Spaceship Earth even looked CGI to me.
So like a good
I don't know why
half
that
of it
would
looks
be.
CGI. It looked really fake.
Well, one thing I did read is that the transitions between the locations is like some weird CGI thing that'll happen.
Well, that's the
Each
best
one,
part. That's the best
yeah.
part of the ride for me. The transition.
Oh, but you like? Okay, so that was good.
that I actually enjoyed.
But the landmarks themselves, when they were CGI, looked like shit.
The original just cut. It's just jump cuts, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now they have like a reason why each one cuts, but it's like
a couple of good pops,
it's all
right? A couple of good.
Yeah, a couple. Again, if they had 4D effects or whatever, I guess, or if they allowed the seats to jolt or something, I guess.
Well-
it could be cool.
This is the direction that I thought Soren would eventually go in, because in the original video, when you the last scene when it's Disneyland, it's Christmas and they have the fireworks,
Yeah.
and all the seats, the entire apparatus, like, jolts back very quickly to show you that it can do quick movements like that. And I thought, okay, the next version of this ride, they're going to have a lot of movement and it's going to be really exciting and fun. And they're just not doing that, I guess.
They still had that.
They still have the jolt at the end.
Incidentally, right? They still had the same exact thing. It's just, it's Epcot now.
Oh, it's Epcot.
You fly back to Epcot.
Christmas?
No, I think it's just Epcot.
Okay.
And it's the
Fireworks.
summer. And then the fireworks, and then you jolt back. Yeah, they did this. It's the exact same ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really is.
But now you elevate while the lights are on still, blue screen.
well, that's a downgrade.
There was an incident a
Oh.
while ago, and they used to just shut the lights
It was like a
off.
kid
Yeah.
just wandering around the room, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Loose,
even know they
and the
did
ride
that.
started or
Right,
something.
yeah.
And it's not as magical.
Well, yeah.
Someone-
Well, it
someone
was
had
never
to do that.
magical, though. It was just like
No,
a
yeah,
thing
I
you
said
rode.
that when we were walking out. I couldn't. I was like, I didn't remember. I was like, wait, can you really just see the ride like this?
Yeah.
It's just
You do.
just giant machinery.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, the lights are on when you walk in there to sit down.
Yeah, I didn't-
It's just all right there,
But when
exposed.
we walked out, we had to walk past because we had to go to the extreme left to exit, and now you just you can see the whole ride apparatus just there.
Yeah.
I had forgotten how bad that is.
Yeah, they never, even with the second version with Epcot, yeah, they decided not to enhance that or fix that at all. They just left
Yeah.
it
Well, they
bare
have 3
bones.
theaters. I had a thought when I came back, with, like they do with Mission Space. They have an extreme ride contraption and a non-extreme one. They can do that with Soarin'.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are 3 now total. So
Maybe one could be extreme.
I guess. I mean, the ride is so mild as it is. But yeah, but they could punch it up and...
Or 3 different videos, even.
Oh, okay.
They could,
3 different locations or something, 3 different experiences. That would be kind of interesting.
That's an idea.
if they're using CGI, you might as well just do a full CGI experience, but actually have a story and,
Yeah.
immerse you in it.
It would be neat, but that's never happening.
No.
Right.
Because even Mission Space, like you mentioned, but that was forced on them. Oh, they didn't
Yeah.
decide to do that. That
Well,
was
they
just
had a
because
couple
yeah,
that was
that's
because a
true.
kid died.
That's true.
And then they're like, "Oh shit, we better have one that doesn't spin." You know.
My feet could have been cut off.
I know, right? If they had like 4D effects.
Yeah, is there anything else new at Epcot besides those couple of things?
Test Track is new for me.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, so how was Test Track overlay?
So,
Oh, really?
I didn't like it as much.
So what did they do? They made things
Yeah,
look
like, the
like
more I thought about it, it's
they made it look like Tron, essentially?
yes, exactly what they did. It's like you're in a computer game now instead of like in the real world.
I don't know why they shy away from Tron in the States. They should just do it. I know it's not that big in the States, but the Tron movies.
Oh, why they don't use it at all? Yeah, I guess because no one watches it here.
They were so going for it. So clear.
Yeah, yeah, they
Yeah,
were. You're
yeah.
right, they were. But I guess the new one they did just didn't do as well as they'd hoped. I don't know.
Yeah, the movie.
I'm actually a big fan of the ride, either way.
It's like it's still the same ride.
Yeah.
Right. It's the same exact
It
track.
doesn't change the experience at
Didn't,
all.
you know.
Well, so then what is it now that you're going through? If you're, are you supposed to be testing a car
So
out
now,
or you're not?
all right. So in place of a pre-show, it's a touchscreen interface. Design your own car. Is what it is.
So each person gets to design their own
Each
car,
pair of
or
2.
each? Okay,
Each pair of 2. I guess if
That's
you're
still
I guess if
awkward,
you're
though.
single rider, then I guess you could do it by yourself. I guess, right?
It's just I
I don't know.
Whatever,
We were-
whatever you could, we could have done separate too if we wanted to.
No, I guess all right. So I guess it could be separate. I guess
Actually, maybe not, because every time we swiped,
because we were on the same account with those
Yeah.
Magic Bands. So I guess it's every Magic Band account,
Every group.
or whatever
All
can
right.
do it. And it's like it's fun, but it kills the rewritability.
oh yeah, it
Because-
is a chore to get on this thing.
Yeah, because now it's like, what are you in that room for? 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And there's so many options.
That long?
They give you too many options. It's like this whole design
no.
software.
You're forgetting the holding room before that room. There's a 5-minute holding room before that.
Because you're waiting for the group in front of you to,
Yeah.
to go
Oh,
through,
jeez.
and then
you're
you
in
go
the
in.
5-minute build your own car room. Then you're on the 10-15-minute queue line after that.
Yeah, then like it's totally redesigned. So like the room where you design the car is not where the old pre-show briefing room was. It's
Oh.
different, and then you exit out, and there's more queue than there used to be between that and getting on the ride.
Oh,
It's even
wow.
like longer. They made more of it.
That's bad.
So it is, yeah. You can't do that more than like once a day now because it's rough. So that kind of stinks. I don't like how the queue in general. They like cleaned it up. It's
So
not
what
like-
is it
It's
then?
not like a down and dirty workshop like it was.
A
It's
futuristic dealership.
it looks like
Oh, it's a car dealership?
it's like a Chevy dealership maybe a few years from now or something like in the future.
Okay.
Just a couple of like car concepts they're working on for the future, like in the queue to look at.
Well, it kind of explains what you're about to do. What how you're gonna design your
And
car.
then there's like posts on the walls too that tells you like
different categories that you.
how you're going to try to design your car and the categories you're going to try to have points in. Do you want more power? Do you want more maneuverability? Or
But when you
what they
finally
call
get to the station, you're kind of blown out. I know. I was.
yeah, because it's this whole thing. It's like, oh,
It's like,
exhausting.
oh, we're getting
jeez.
on this thing now. Okay.
Yeah, there's a ride here. Oh, jeez.
Not as bad as Gringotts. That's a different story. But
Oh, that's 8-part queue.
So then what? You're testing out your own car?
Yeah, and that doesn't make any sense.
But how do you How do you
either.
do that if you're riding with? Well, it used to hold 6 people, I think, right?
It's the same cars.
the same cars,
I made them look a
okay.
little different, but it's the same cars.
So how does that work if
it
you're all
wasn't
mixed
working
up?
for us. We weren't getting a car wasn't
Yeah,
registered.
we did it twice actually, and neither time it really worked right. They eliminated there's no screen in the car anymore, no TV screen, because there's no one to talk.
No
it's just,
interactive.
and then it's like and then you go through, and then it's like you go through each test, but it's supposed to be testing the car that you designed, the phony car you designed, and then it's just it gives like the score. So you go through a test, and then a screen on the side of the right track would show the people, I guess of the 6 people, it could be as many as 6, or it's teams of 2, whatever it is. It shows you each car's like score, like how you did in the speed test. Well, the speed test is the last one, but like how you did in the maneuvering test, and how you did in the downhill, and the hairpin
brake test?
the hairpin turns, the brake test. Yeah, like one of the earlier ones, the brake test, and it tells you
Off-road.
how you did
You do that?
in each one. And that's really what it is, and then you get a score at the end.
So what
But
you're
it's
saying
not
that it didn't
clear.
work?
It's not clear like how you really ranked amongst the people that were in the car with you.
No.
It wasn't clear. And then even when you get off the ride, you like put your magic band up to the sensor, and you show your car, and they give you your overall score. But it doesn't really put it in context what that score means.
Oh, I see. So they just give you a number, and it's like
It
well,
gives
what
you
is
it does show you, I think, the top for that day. So at least you know like if you did how you did compared to the top person from that day. But it doesn't really give you a true I don't know what the max is, or what the range is, and what's what. It doesn't really do that. It's very weird. It's not really hashed out totally right. It feels in every way like what it is, that it's an overlay. And you can tell like the ride wasn't designed for this, because it's like otherwise I think each person would ride in your car, or maybe they would have done it like they did Radiator Springs Racers, where it's 2 tracks and you're side by side, and you understand like you're competing with that car, and then we'll see who does better or whatever. But it's like it's not designed for that, so it's an overlay.
All right, so it's power, responsiveness, compatibility, and efficiency. Those are the 4 categories.
Yeah, so in the end, I think it was better the way it was.
But I remember 2 years ago, it was actually working. My car actually competed against the people in the vehicle.
Oh, so we
just
got,
this time.
we got a bad couple nights.
I don't know. It's a chore and a half. I wish they
Not
would
as
just,
good. Downgrade,
Not as good. All right.
I think.
Oh, did you take in
land?
any of the Food and Wine Festival?
Yeah, I got a good sampling of it. That's fun.
So like they just have these different booths set up all around the countries, and you could sample food and drink.
That's exactly right. I didn't see any real rhyme or reason to it, right? Like, because it's more countries than are actually in the park. So,
right.
Well, the respective ones are by the respective.
You're right. Yeah, the one if the park has a pavilion, that country has a pavilion in that park, then the food booth will be in that proper spot. But there was so many, and it is truly a little sampling. It could get expensive really quick if you're not careful.
You shouldn't make reservations if you're doing that. You do one or the other. If you want to make a reservation with a sit-down restaurant, don't go during the festival. Simple as
I see. Okay.
Yeah, there's more than enough food to go around like the whole day.
And it gets crowded because of the festival.
Oh yeah, and the park just gets
So,
loaded.
what was the best thing you tried?
Probably the steak, I think, for me.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was
Canada?
from the Cellier.
Oh, so
Le
the
Cellier.
Canadian steak,
I don't know how you
The
pronounce
Canadian, yeah.
Le Cellier or something.
Cellier.
Cellier.
Yeah, I did eat at that Le Cellier. Whatever.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did eat their lunch in 2005. I think it was. I do remember that being excellent.
It is
It
good.
was an excellent. It was a little filet mignon, seasoned, excellent, a little like a buttery season. It was very good. Melt in your mouth.
Oh, great.
And that was the first
it
thing we got,
was
actually, ironically enough. Just the way it worked out.
At first we were timid, like, oh, look at this line, but they move. The lines move.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so they know then.
They do go very quickly. They know how to pull people through. So yeah, the
But there
lines
was a
are all very
moment
intimidating.
where we both thought, like, maybe we should bail this park.
Oh yeah.
But I'm glad we did.
Yeah, and then once we knew the lines moved quick, we just did a bunch.
Yeah.
We did about, I don't know what,
So-
8 total about it before we were out of there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We did a bunch of things. We got
So
like,
don't be afraid to jump on lines. They do move, and you will get a bunch of samples. Just don't go crazy with it, because
Yeah, because how much is
you'll be broke.
each one roughly?
6 to 8, I think, around there.
Some were only like 4, weren't they?
Did it go that low?
Or some, I think a few things might have been.
Yeah, but like you're saying, that has really got to add up.
But even that is
really, really fast.
because everything's really is a small portion.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing
It's like it's literally 1 or 2 bites on everything.
Yeah, 4 bites.
Oh, 4 bites.
4 or
Okay.
5, right?
Yeah, the steak was like 4 or 5 bites.
Oh, all right. Oh, that's really
Decent
then.
enough, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a bunch of
The new
things.
Hawaiian sandwich wasn't so.
That was one of the least good ones.
They were pushing that this year.
Was was it?
Was it smoked?
was some kind of pineapple smoked pork slider, and that was just that was not enough flavor in that.
Oh, so that's interesting. I
Which
didn't
is
know
weird.
that.
They actually did a state, yeah, not a.
Yeah, they actually do other states, and not just countries.
I guess with
Yeah.
Hawaii they did.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it seemed like they just. I don't know if this is more recent, but they just kind of broke the rules. Because, like I said, there was one that was just chocolate themed.
Oh, okay.
They kind of just went into other directions now. I think beyond having everything be a country.
Yeah. So what did you try at the chocolate one? Because I know you tried that.
I screwed up. I never got the chocolate nitro.
Yeah.
What?
That was the feature thing.
You were.
I thought we were going to
trying
go
to
back.
go
But we did go back to the park, but by that point we were so blown out and everything was so crowded. Just to get a couple last rides in, I didn't want to waste time on one of the lines back there. So I never got it. I just got wine.
Chocolate wine?
It was no, it was just like a regular. I mean, I guess it had hints of chocolate, like chocolate notes, but it was very. I've had better chocolate wine than I've gotten just at home.
Okay.
You know. But I think I'll admit I kind of screwed up. I should have gotten the feature thing, and I didn't. I should have just got it the first time, and I waited in line.
Now you got to go back. You know.
So I screwed it up.
Right.
Now I got to drag you back.
Yeah.
Next month. No.
Next month, what? But there was some good. I tried galupki. You know,
Oh,
stuffed
yeah,
cabbage.
stuffed cabbage,
from Poland.
How was that?
And that was pretty good.
Oh, good.
That was good.
I should have got that too.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I got that.
Well, you noticed that the crowds were a little pushy at Disney these days. They're not.
Oh,
They're not the stereotypical
yeah.
kind families that they once were. They're.
It's transitioned.
Uh-oh.
I like to think that it was because there was a younger demographic with the alcohol that's available at the Food and Wine. It's a good date place for local kids.
Oh, okay. That's
So you got a
interesting.
lot of late teenagers there as well that you don't normally see on a typical Epcot day or in whatever August where it's empty.
I guess, but I was getting run over by strollers too, though.
Well, that's always an issue. Yeah,
I mean, even like the families of 4 and 5 are just like, I don't know, everybody's just aggressive there now.
it was kind of cutthroat.
But I think it's just that's what they cultivated that. You know,
Yeah.
They being Disney.
I'm not sure if we will totally get into this, but yeah, Disney just over the years has made people feel entitled, I think, and that's a big issue. And now that's coming to fruition more than ever. It seems from what I'm hearing from you guys.
Yeah, it was the most pushed around I felt ever.
You know, it's like, yeah, this
At a
is my park. It's my magic, my way. I want everything now. Give me the
Yeah.
goddamn magic now.
Magic My Way bands.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like that. It's like they just don't give a shit about it. Everybody just pushing around. A lot of that. More of the Six Flags effect than ever before that I've seen. Like where people in front of you online would wave people that are behind you, like, "Hey, come on, we're here. Come on, come up."
Oh yeah, come up in the line.
You know,
Yeah.
instead of the way it should be, where if you guys got split up, that's your problem. People ahead should go back
That's right.
and go back to the people that are behind, because it's like it's the classic. What, your time's more valuable than mine?
Yeah.
We all paid exorbitant prices to be here. I mean, we all, you know, that's how it should be. But no, a lot of that waving ahead that happened multiple times over the weekend, which I don't remember ever seeing before in Disney.
Yeah, I know we've talked about this off the mic, but you know, one day I don't know, maybe we'll do a kind of a theme park etiquette show, because stuff like that really does annoy me.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, you would not see that at Disney generally, but now you're saying it's creeping in there.
it is.
That's the way it's going.
So,
All right, so should we move over to studios?
just real quick, the land.
Oh, the land.
Do
What
you want
about
to
the
mention
land?
that, dude? Because I enjoyed it more.
Yes.
I enjoyed that pavilion more than ever. Again,
Oh,
this
yes.
being with him, yeah, because
yes, what's this all about?
I don't think I knew that before. That's your favorite.
It is my favorite.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I realized that 2 years ago, and then
Like in that park, I guess, or in Future World, that's your favorite pavilion.
right. The even your friend that we met up with said the same thing. He
Yeah.
had a revelation as well, saying
Like
that it was
recently
his-
that he realized that that's his favorite too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was always a great place. Man, I like it less when they did that airport overlay kind of thing to it, but
It's better now. It's not so much airporty as it
oh,
was.
it's a little less sterile.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they returned it back to original a little bit, right?
Oh, really? Oh, that's
So
great.
it looks a little nicer.
Yeah.
Like original stuff. And it's the first time ever we ate at the restaurant.
Oh, what do they call it now? Garden Grill or something?
It's Garden Grill.
Grill, yeah.
The original Good Turn.
Okay.
The Good Turn.
Yeah.
So how is that?
The only rotating restaurant in Walt Disney World.
Okay.
They tell you that right when they sit you down.
Like
They're very proud of that.
Like that really means something.
Yeah. It kind of does. It was kind of cool.
Oh,
I
really?
have to say.
Okay.
And again,
Okay.
we got an awesome friggin' seat.
All right, we got the outside.
And we started right at the entrance. So we got a full rotation. I don't know how they time it out, but we were done right when we got back.
Pretty much. Yeah,
really?
it is perfect. Like they figured out exactly the time it should take you to eat, and you get one revolution. It's like it's perfect.
Oh, wow.
It was actually very cool. I liked that a lot.
Okay.
I have to say, I'll give it to Disney on that because that was a true first time thing for me. Because I think Seven Dwarfs was the only other really all new thing that I did. I mean, everything is overlays. From what I did, Frozen, Test Track, Soarin'. So it was the only other like all new thing. And this is not like it's not new to the resort, but it was new for me.
And for me as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it was breakfast we did, and I tell you, the food was really good. It was a really good breakfast, and
It's all you can eat.
Oh, is it really?
yes, it's like all you can eat family style. It's like they just bring a
Wow.
couple big griddles for the table,
Oh, that's cool.
and then you just whatever you want more of.
That's
you
where
just
they
ask as you go.
start you with the sweet. They start you with the big Cinnabon.
Yeah,
Skillet or whatever it
which
was.
was very good. It was a sticky bun skillet,
Sticky bun.
and it was that was excellent. That's right up my alley.
yeah.
They won me over really rare. And then
It's like they knew.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we gotta impress this guy. He's a tough crowd. Hates Disney.
He had an amazing waiter, by the way.
Oh, we can't. I don't know. Do you know his name? You remember?
No, I don't remember.
I can't remember his name. He was a good guy though.
He was giving us historical facts about the experience in parks.
Yeah, it came out, I guess,
Mickey, stuff
pretty
like
early on. He realized that, well, I guess it's just 2 30-year-old guys. They know,
You have to be an enthusiast, I guess.
they know you're an enthusiast at that point. So
Yeah.
it's like he was giving us facts because he had been there for, I think, 26 years.
Yeah.
26 or 28
Oh,
years.
wow.
And working that restaurant, I guess, the whole time. That's his thing.
Oh, wow. So almost since the beginning.
So he, loves that restaurant and history. And
don't
he was
blame
telling
him.
us about things. And
I want to work there.
it's really, it was really cool. It was excellent meal. It's really cool that you do see scenes of the ride, the land boat ride. That was still good though.
Yeah, I always enjoyed that.
I
ride.
always forget about that whole first half.
Yeah.
I only
Oh,
remember the greenhouse.
Yeah.
and it's,
No,
and
yeah,
it is a
this-
little. I mean, it's all right, but it's a little boring. And then it's like I forget that first half is really cool.
Yeah.
It's a lot of great effects.
I
The
find it
rainforest
fascinating,
effect,
greenhouse.
Yeah.
desert's cool.
I find it fascinating. And
Oh, and then that's, I mean, it's not bad.
because you're seeing these household items that you don't think about. Oh, there they are in their natural state. It's
Like the food, household
Yeah.
foods.
Like there's cinnamon. There's something cool about it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that is
Like,
neat.
that's how it's grown. Yeah.
No, it's great to know where your food comes from.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I appreciate that ride. I didn't realize that they totally eliminated the host. It's
Yes,
all
I
prepackaged audio now.
Yeah, now that you mention that, I do remember reading that a couple years ago.
So that's
I
totally
don't
done.
miss those.
It doesn't really make a difference actually, but
Yeah.
it's fine. And then we did get a cool fact about the house.
Yeah.
The house you see on the ride. Apparently, that's patterned after Walt Disney's home that he grew up in.
Oh, really? Okay.
And you could see
Wait, like which home though? I mean, he moved around.
I think it's second.
second home in Kansas City. Is that it?
Something. I think it was like his second home, the one he maybe spent more time in his formative years.
We're not getting the facts right here.
Yeah,
That's
well,
all right. It's fine. It's
it's
fine.
close enough. But
Didn't
we
prepare
know.
here.
Yeah, we gotta ask that guy again. Where's that waiter?
But the
Bring him on the show.
there's
Call him
a-
up.
The bedroom you can see right in at a certain point is a replica of Walt Disney's bedroom. That's true.
Oh, really? That is neat to know.
Very interesting. Yeah, living in the land. Who'd thought?
yeah,
You know, They
right.
put his house on that ride.
Yeah.
So yeah, the house that the dog barking in front of the door is like a replica of Walt Disney's.
Well, it's the closest thing to all-time Epcot is that pavilion. When you walk in there, it's got a mystique about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know I've become very enamored by it.
Yeah, because the other ones they've really changed. Like, Sea is totally
it's
different.
the shell of what they were.
Universe of Energy is like a shell of its former self.
Oh God.
Well, the park
And,
is kind of a shell of what it was.
Yeah, kind of to a certain extent. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, Wonders of Life is just totally done.
But that's also what makes it
So,
intriguing
yeah.
too.
We walked in there.
oh, you did go walk in there. Okay.
Yeah, because there's food and wine, so you could actually.
Oh, right. They had
Do
like
it.
demos and stuff.
That was weird.
What, the interventions?
No, Wonders of
No,
Life.
Oh,
That was weird. It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
mostly. I know it was more intact and going back a ways. There was times you could go in there, but it was much more intact.
Yeah. It's funny how
it's
yeah,
harder.
they didn't just like rip all that stuff out at once. It's like it went away very gradually over the years.
Yeah, piece by piece, but you can still see enough of it. Like the metal arches that you walk under, that was the entrance to Body Wars. We actually pulled up pictures on our phones just to kind of see while we were standing in it, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was Body Wars was over there.
we had
Green
better
Command was over
research
there, and then the theaters that were in the middle though were all still there. There you go.
All right. Should we hop over to studios?
Sure.
Okay, so
Why not?
I don't know if there's really anything new at studios.
You mean
it's
like,
just like everything's
Dirt?
closed.
You mean like Mound of Dirt?
Yeah, well, I mean, just go ahead. This is like a free for all in this one. I don't know. What do you want to say about it?
Well, you got into it. Just the fact that it is kind of mind blowing.
Yeah, it is mind blowing that Streets of America is just gone. Like you can't see over the wall. Even I'm a tall guy, I can't even see over it. But
They really bulldozed like half the park.
That's really crazy.
Which is crazy, yeah. And I guess just to see it when we saw it, because right now it's all leveled. Like the demolition seems to be done, but
there's no vertical.
But
yet.
nothing has been built yet, so it's just total field of dirt, like half of what the park was. Everything.
The stunt show arena, the Catastrophe Canyon, the Honey I Shrunk the Kids, and I would say 95% of the Streets of America.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's one little portion left, I think, across from Muppets.
Yeah, because it's all, you can walk to Muppet Plaza on the one side, and then you can walk up that Pixar street on the other side up to the end of that. Well, I mean, it's a new end of that. It's like where you'd eventually transition into Honey I Shrunk and the entrance to the backlot tour, and that's just a wall. That's it. The rest of the park's gone.
Wow, that's incredible.
And the thing is, it's going to take like 20 years to get it back.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of
And then
bad.
Toy Story is like 2018, and maybe Star Wars 2020 or 2019. I doubt 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because they're going to do it after the California opening. I think the California's going to be first, and then they're going to...
Well, then how was whatever they did to Great Movie Ride? They had Turner Classic Movies in there,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was not very good.
I'll tell you what they did. They do a double
Rider line.
double rider line, yeah.
Never seen it
that we
before.
benefit.
What?
So forget single rider. If you're a group of two, you're treated special. Red carpet treatment. When you first enter the big movie theater room, they'll ask you, and then if you're double, you go right past all that queue.
All that shit.
You go right to the front of that room, closest to the screen, and there's just a short little line where you wait as groups of two, and then they just pull you in from that line, like a single rider line style. That's very weird.
That's kind of interesting, but you're getting too finite now. I mean, because what's stopping you from doing a 3 rider line and a 4 and a 5? And
Yeah, it's weird.
come on, guys.
But I guess because it's just the way the vehicles can fit a bunch, but I guess there's still too many families of 4 and beyond.
I guess
So-
maybe they just did the research, and it's like a lot of or a certain number of couples go on this that
Yeah.
we can have this line, and it works out with the capacity of the cars and all this stuff.
I guess that's good. I mean, if they did the research, and then that will make it faster for some people. It did for us. That's actually one of those. That's like it's not anti-fast pass. It's like it's not really a devious thing in disguise. It actually is just getting you on faster.
Okay.
So I'll give it to him for that.
So instead of being there for 3 hours, we were there for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. It wasn't too terrible. The line still moves quick, actually. It moved quick through the Chinese theater part, the lobby part, and then...
Yeah, that line was never terrible, I thought.
Yeah, no.
'Cause those cars are so big, they hold so many people.
Yeah, I always forget how big they are, and then we get
Yeah.
on.
Is it
and
the
wow.
same movies they're playing? But it's like different. It's like
The whole pre-show is different.
the guy from
Oh,
Turner.
really? So they
Movie
don't show the
classics.
classic trailers of the movies that
They
you
do,
will
but-
eventually see on the ride?
It's more like DVD extras, narrated by
Oh.
Robert Osborne.
Yeah,
Okay.
Robert Osborne.
It's more like he'll tell you this scene, he'll give you a little backstory on the scene or something, or maybe just he'll elaborate on it, like this scene that happened in this movie, and then how it influenced things later on, or
Oh, okay. Actually, that sounds cool.
Wait, you're talking about the pre-show or the ride?
pre-show room.
The pre-show. Oh.
yeah. Oh no, the ride itself. Oh no, there was no further
Now
information
that was
than
a
there ever used to
mishmash.
be.
That was a
So it's the same thing.
It is the same ride, yeah.
that was a clusterfuck though, because he was talking over the
yeah.
host.
It was kind of it's worse
Oh.
because there's audio now on board. Robert Osborne.
Oh, on the ride.
Yeah, but there's also they
But
still have the
also
host.
a live-action host.
So it's like
They didn't work that out? Now it's just people talking
they
over each
don't
other?
really interact. No, and then it's
Oh,
just
that's
like
not good.
it's just weird. Yeah.
That sounds really sloppy to me.
Oh yeah, that's how it
It
comes
was
off.
very, very piss poor. Yeah.
I didn't.
All
Like
right, so they didn't think that through.
No, it's cheesy, and I didn't realize it was more of an advertisement for Turner Classic than I thought it was going to be. It really is just like a sponsorship
Wow.
deal.
It's not so much an overlay. As
Yeah, it's just like they added a sponsor.
Oh.
Because now the whole finale video, The video itself is like the
movies.
same, I guess, right?
for the
More or
most
less.
part.
I guess they always alter it a little bit here and there.
No, that's like they haven't changed that since like
88.
1 or something.
No, yeah.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
It could be the same. But like, then you exit that, and then it's just a giant like advertisement for Turner Classic Movies. Like, you can watch all these movies on this channel.
Oh, that's terrible.
They just kind of added a sponsor to it more than they did anything to fix the ride.
All right, so they needed a couple of bucks because they're just sick of that ride, I guess.
Yeah, it's the only excuse. It's the only thing that would justify them keeping it open, I guess,
Yeah.
was to get money for it.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
It's
with,
definitely gonna go though.
Yeah,
Once
it's
Toy
got it,
Story
yeah.
and Star Wars opens, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Or be changed.
But that was my theory. I said when we were there, I think, yeah, they'll bulldoze half the park, the back half. They're going to do some all new stuff there. And then I think when that's done, then they're going to bulldoze the front half.
They may.
And I think within 10 to 15 years, it'll be almost 100% new. The exception
That's
of
amazing.
probably that Hollywood Boulevard will stay.
They're pretty much
Hollywood and Sunset.
And even that's, I'm not sure, because Rock and Roller Coaster, starring Aerosmith,
Yeah.
is like
Well, you mean? Yeah, I think that's Sunset.
Sunset,
think
or
so.
whatever. But, the whole Hollywood, the two permanent.
Yeah, I think the Hollywood is
streets.
the main
Drag.
midway when you walk in.
Yeah.
I think Sunset is the offshoot with Tower of Terror
Okay.
and Rock and Roller Coaster.
But even that, maybe not, because again, the ride starring Aerosmith is probably not gonna last forever, and then Tower of Terror may not last forever.
Well, just
As we now
Guardians of the
know,
Galaxy or something. Who knows?
yeah, that could become the Marvel area. That side
Yeah,
street,
yeah.
I can see
because
that.
the roller coaster, is a natural base. For
Yeah,
a
it'd be-
superhero themed ride.
Right, you'd be like Iron Man roller coaster, and then
Yeah.
like Guardians of the Galaxy.
And then
Drop Tower
we
ride.
know, even though Tower of Terror is not a natural base, I think, for anything but what it is.
Right.
I personally, I don't think they already shoehorn that in. I almost said horseshoe. They want to shoehorn that in on the other coast. So it's like, why not do it there
it's gonna
eventually?
depend on the success or failure of it in California.
I suppose.
Actually, yeah, that you're right.
Crowd reaction will play a big part. I suppose.
It's already
Yeah,
not getting
yeah.
good reaction.
It's sorry.
the
It's already
pre-reaction.
not getting good reaction.
Yeah, people are upset about this one, but that's kind of typical because once Disney changes anything, people kind of get upset,
But it's like
and
they
then
put-
once it opens, then people get on board with it pretty quickly.
They throw Joe Rody out there as if it's gonna make it's all better now. It's
yeah, they put him out front on that one. Yeah,
It's the amazing. It looked like what it is. Like he just. Hey, can you do this video on YouTube so you can calm down the irate fans?
Yeah, that's probably what they did.
Yeah.
It's like
And all he's gonna do is put shit everywhere. That's what he does. That's
oh,
just-
he loves to put
shit in the walls and shelves.
he said he's gonna artifacts that they found. So that's up his alley. Just
Oh, jeez.
clutter the shit,
Yeah.
around here, there.
It's still a great ride, the way it is.
Oh, Tower of Terror.
So yeah,
Amazing ride.
Yeah.
that.
Well, I
and
always thought that was the best thing they had in the entire resort, but it's like that in Space Mountain, maybe.
it's like equal. Yeah, that's the other great thing they have.
Yeah,
And I was enjoying Rock and Roller Coaster.
Rock and Roller
a lot
Coaster was awesome. Yeah.
that was always fun. Yeah,
this time.
it was just a pain in the ass because you had to go through that whole pre-show. You just wanted, at least for me, I just want to ride the ride because it's just a fun ride.
Oh yeah, it is a short pre-show, but it's annoying.
Well, you mentioned interesting thing about there was an interaction between the ride operator and Steven Tyler.
Yes.
And it actually happened to us.
I got
Oh,
it.
you got it.
This is something that we talked about.
Wait, is it Chris? Did they say the name?
No, not that part.
Oh, not that part.
I think they cut that out, or they
Oh.
changed it.
Okay.
But no, it's the line that leads into Steven Tyler's now infamous. I love that idea. Which what he said is, I know I always used to think it was I got an idea, or I have an idea. It's I love that idea. How about some backstage passes? But the original concept is that the person that's in the room with you, the cast member, the pre-show crowd control, I guess, position, is supposed to say, "How about some backstage passes?"
Oh,
Because the
yeah.
manager in the pre-show video says, like, what could we do for these people, or something like that, or like or someone in the show says it, and then the person in the room with you shouts, how about some backstage passes? And then he goes, while giving the shocker on his forehead, he says, I love that idea. How about some backstage passes?
But my issue is how would he hear her if there's no mic set up in the?
Well, the whole thing doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Right, they're supposed to be in the control room.
Right.
Where, it's if it's soundproofed, you shouldn't be able to hear
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, the talkback only
unless there's a
works-
live mic.
yeah,
But we're in a separate room from that room.
I do notice. I think Steven Tyler hits the talkback, but after the scene starts, like,
oh no!
it looks like we already hear each other fine, which we shouldn't have.
Yeah, but you would still need headphones to hear the talkback.
We hear the chatter even like when they're just before they notice people are there, and they look up like, oh, hey, people are here. And then he has to talk back when the manager walks in, and they're starting to talk about the passes and stuff.
He's too concerned about
But
shocking
it's like
people.
you already heard them before that, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing doesn't make any sense, and it's stupid. But yeah, I only found out from someone later that was the original intent about that line, and now I finally experienced it
Okay.
out of nowhere.
But the hand looks good. That's the, you know.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Mickey
the
Mouse's
CGI
glove.
hand.
Mickey Mouse's glove looks great.
Okay.
I love it. No, you can't tell because it's so you're at a distance from
Yeah.
that screen.
But why is Steven Tyler so damn filthy? Like, come on. You know it's a Disney production here. Like,
No, but did he even know? I think he just didn't even
he
know.
admitted it after the fact.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
I think he did.
He was upset about it.
Oh, really? He did that on purpose?
He got it.
He got away with it for however many years?
He got one by him. Yeah, he did. I think he did.
All right, then that is great, though. That is really funny.
And it took him like 18 years to notice.
All right. That's good. All right, that's something.
Or to admit it. Maybe they noticed right away. They just didn't want to admit it.
With social media, it's easy for things to get leaked out.
Nowadays,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
too easy to find things.
He might have said something and that was it. It just blew up.
So Pizza Rizzo was not open when you guys were there?
No.
I think?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure it won't be open for a while.
So-
I wanted to get a
No, it just opened, actually.
Oh, it's finally open. Okay.
just-
They were pumping the pizza out. I don't know if they were making it or.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it might be a fake smell because it was already working.
Well, you know it's fake
Okay.
pizza.
It's total fake smell, like outside the area.
Well, from what I've read, it's the exact same pizza that was... The menu is just, like, no different.
It's Pizza Planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just put a different theme on the inside.
Yeah, I don't think I missed anything, but it wasn't open.
All right, should we hop over to Animal Kingdom?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. I don't know. What is there to say about Animal Kingdom?
I don't know. Well, no, I know what there is to say. I mean, the whole thing right now is that there's nighttime stuff.
What,
so
what do
that
they
was
have?
that was the whole gimmick, and that's what we did. We went late in the evening so we could see it at night. All right, I mean, I'll say that it's nice at night. It was a nice night park.
Okay.
It really is the best, well-themed and immersive park on the property.
Wow.
It is. Joe Rohde did an amazing job with that place. And if Magic Kingdom wasn't so backstagey at times, I would say otherwise. But Disneyland is such a golden place. It's hard to compare that with Magic Kingdom in Florida.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it's always going to be second best, second fiddle.
Yeah. It's like, so they never got the nighttime show off the ground.
No,
So that
as
wasn't
of this
there.
recording,
I think
at least,
they're doing
it's still not
preview
happening.
shows now this month.
Are they?
I read.
Or are they doing Okay.
I saw the space for it. It's a huge space.
Okay.
The park is just gorgeous at night. I mean, it is just absolutely incredible at night.
Yeah, it is nice. It's nicer than day because it covers up some of the deemed too well elements,
Not you guys in
the crumbling
doing
buildings
too
and
well,
stuff,
yeah.
and then it just looks kind of nice. There's not a ton of lighting. It's kind of dark and it's
I
kind of
like that.
it is kind of cool doing that walk across the
Yeah.
back.
These dim-lighted
Oh, yeah.
lanterns everywhere. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, so it is like the best you're gonna see it. I think is at night. Everest is lit up really awesome.
Well, I said it. I wouldn't go other than the evening.
Like well now I guess that it's available. Yeah,
How did you do the evening safari?
Oh yeah.
Kilimanjaro?
we did it. Yeah,
So how was that?
it's all right.
Not as good as day because you don't see as much.
Yes, I mean it's supposed to be that the animals are more active though, right? Because it's not hot.
Yeah, but they weren't.
It's hard to see.
A few were, but yeah,
Okay.
I guess they were, but like it's hard to see them.
Yeah.
They can't figure out how to light it because you can't just shine giant lights in their eyes because then
Right.
the animals won't be there.
Well, the artificial sunset doesn't really work that well.
It just looked too much like parking lot lights at times.
The moonlight works really well, but what happens when you have the confliction of the real moonlight nights? And that was a night that we were there. It was a supermoon.
Yes, we were there for like what is it? The closest the moon's going to be
Yeah.
for the next
Yeah.
bunch of years.
Mm.
But yeah, then they had the fake moonlight and that ride, and it's like, it was kind of weird. You really have to suspend your disbelief
Yeah.
for the lighting effects to work. They're not that great.
We figured out the key. You got to go when it's like raining on that ride. The animals are actually out then.
Oh, because it was cool and
Yeah,
like,
because it cools off when it rains.
yeah, that's right. We had that experience. So it was all right.
Explain to me why you see more animals at Great Adventure than you do.
Well,
Someone explain that to me.
I explain. I mean, I don't know if I can explain it, but I mean, they just have more.
It must be CGI, right? This is
CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're animatronic.
I think Luke's got a hold of that, didn't he? Putting his shit everywhere.
Yeah, in the end, even nighttime safari, it's like, yeah, Great Adventure's Wild Safari is still better.
Amazing.
You still see more and
You see more. I don't know if it's better.
get more special moments, like the giraffe comes up to the Jeep or whatever. Like, you just don't get any of that. They're all like a mile away on Kilimanjaro.
The last time I was at Great Adventure, I think it was you. You're just totally immersed in just these animals, like hundreds of them.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
at Great
like from the very
Adventure.
beginning. Like, the very beginning, that first, like, part.
It's like Jurassic
in
Park.
Great Adventure. Yeah, it is. It's like they're just all around you, like,
Yeah.
You never get that.
It's so
on
grand.
Kilimanjaro.
There's like, there's no part. There's no, like, big plane you enter, and there's all these animals around you. Yeah, it is second-rate safari. I don't know.
That's really funny.
They never were able to figure it out. Well, it's like they say, it's not a zoo.
Yeah.
So it's just like, whatever. You may see a couple things, you may not.
All right. Anything else about Animal Kingdom?
Yeah, it's like, what else do we do? Dinosaur was down.
That was a big bummer.
its
I'm a big
refurbishment.
dinosaur guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, hold on, dude. You like it better than Indy at Disneyland?
It's one of those what you guys always say, like whatever park you're at.
Okay.
for you, okay, one of
those
those.
things. But Indiana Jones has been lacking a lot lately.
Yeah, I know. We said that last time we were there.
Yeah.
Even last time I was there too.
Really
we said it the
needs
last
a
two
refurb.
times, really. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's really getting tired.
It needs like enhancements.
But there were enhancements done on Dinosaur. I did read them. I'm not gonna go into it now, but
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, it would have been nice to have that, just because there's not that much to do
well,
in
you
the
need
park.
it right now.
Yeah.
The big thing for me was I had only done it once, Everest, Expedition Everest, and so I
You did wait. You did it once?
just once,
You kidding me?
just the one time, right? We only got it once.
Yep. Only did it once.
Wow.
In the front, oddly enough.
Wow. So you you really haven't experienced that, right?
No, I hadn't really
I didn't know what you
gotten
were-
in touch
what you
with
were
that
saying
ride, and so I finally did. We did it 5 times
Wow.
because there was no wait, and there's a single rider line too that works really well, and it's a pretty good ride.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's a solid mine train. It's very much like Thunderation.
Oh,
It reminds
really?
me a lot about that. It's like a mine train with like a big swooping drop in the middle. So it's a very Thunderation kind of ride. And in Thunderation, you had to pick either all front, all forward, or all backward. And this you get both every time in the same ride. But it's like, yeah, it's like that. It's pretty good. Again, it's like another mine train. That's the only kind of thrill I ever do is a mine train, except for Space Mountain.
They're gonna somehow fit that into Pandora, just a mine train and that
There'll be a
world.
mine train coaster there.
Well, it's a
too.
boat. That's another thing they do a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
boat.
no. So yeah, Everest I got to know, which was fun.
All right. Cool.
And then when they had the projection show on the tree, we saw on the way out.
Yes.
Okay. So what did that look
I don't
like?
know. It was well done.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's cool because they can work with the animals that are sculpted in. Unlike the castle where it's just blank castle,
Yeah.
projection. But wasn't any better though as far as projection technology is concerned.
Yeah, but it's like they got it like on the tree, and
Right.
you don't see it anywhere else that it's not
Right.
supposed to be. It's like really exact.
At a distance, it really
Yeah,
works well.
Okay.
It's a nice little thing. Whatever it is, like every 10 minutes, you get like a couple minute show, and then it resets.
All
But
right.
there's a bunch of shows, right?
Yeah, there's
it,
different
It
programs.
rotates through, so we just saw one of them, but it's cool. But then the animals move sporadically in between the shows.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Every once in a while, one animal will wave its tail or something. I mean, whatever. It's neat.
All right.
It's neat. Unnecessary, but neat.
And were there people there at night? Because I know that's a big thing with them. They want that park to be like a full day park.
It fleshed out pretty good.
No, it gets pretty cleaned out.
Okay.
It's not working right now.
Okay.
I don't
All
know
right.
if I don't think the nighttime show will make much of a difference. I think if anything, Avatar will
I'm sure they're banking on that. Yeah.
make the difference. But I mean, it's not like they're not going to not open that land in the daytime. So still, why couldn't you just go experience it and get out of there?
All right. So it remains to be
Well,
seen.
I still feel like it's just not working.
You know where everyone was? They were at Epcot, where we went afterwards.
Well, yeah. Well, that was the thing. Yeah, this was the most crowded I've ever seen Kingdom, probably, or Epcot for that matter.
Oh, really?
Too.
Oof.
But then the other two parks those were kind of dead. Those are like what I expected for November. So
Interesting.
it's very lopsided. Animal Kingdom is intact, but people just don't like it that much. And then Studios is only half a park now, so that's probably what's keeping people out of that. Oh, and then just I got how you could just see the giant warehouses that is Pandora. Like I don't know if they're gonna fix that before it finally opens and it's done, but that looks horrible from the parking lot. It's just a complex of warehouses that you see. It's so bad.
When I said about the immersive theming, it was inside the park.
Yeah, it's totally
Disneyland
awful.
has that too with Cars Land, the most infamous one.
Okay. Yeah, it's bad.
But they
Warehouse
can't help
City.
it there, though. I mean, they're in the middle of
I
it's a
guess.
civilization, unlike Disney World.
Oh, yeah, you're saying Disneyland can't help it, but World can, and that's
They could have did.
It's weird that they don't.
No, World, they have 100% control, so there's no excuse.
Yeah,
That
I
was
don't know.
bad. AC units and
Oh yeah, just all.
these tiny little floating mountains like pegging up. It was weird.
Yeah, you see those, and then you just see these warehouses.
Okay.
That was bad. Yeah, you're right.
That was bad.
Forgot about that.
All right, so we'll just move on to final thoughts. Actually, I have one question that I have is, did you use FastPass Plus? Did you get to experience that?
Yeah, that's what it is, right? That's the only thing they have now.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Because we have shat on that a lot on the show.
Just the idea of it. Now I got to use
So,
it.
so now that you've experienced it, what are your thoughts?
I don't like it. I don't.
Okay.
I don't like having to plan everything out way ahead. I know I've gone through that already because I knew that. In this case, dude kind of had the plan already set, so that helped. He did it. He did the legwork, so I didn't have to do that. But even just using it, I think it's worse. Everything that the paper FastPass, the original FastPass was, this is like that, but it like the flaws are even worse.
Oh wow.
They brought out more. We kind of alluded to it already, but the way that it affects that they call the standby line, I always hated that from the very beginning. It's like, it's the line, it's the real line. They make it sound like it's inferior, like you're an idiot for being on that. You're just standby.
Right.
You're crap.
Well, it's like, it makes me think of, when you get a plane ticket or something, like you're waiting to get a seat.
It's like
The seat doesn't really exist for you.
right. It's like you may not even get on the ride. It's just
Yeah.
like, you're an idiot, and like you waited to the last minute, and like, you may or may not ride. It's just crap. It's the real line versus like people who have the FastPass. But it slows the standby line down more than the old system used to. It's actually gotten worse. I don't know how. I don't know what. I really don't know. I don't know how many they allow now in each time period versus what they used to, or what. I don't know the logistics, but I know that in this visit, it was worse than ever. And also, it's harder to get what you want.
It should be less people using Fast because there's only 3 per day per park, and after you use those 3, you can use one at a time, either at an additional park or the same park.
Then you have to have your phone on you, right? Or you can go to a kiosk. There are kiosks, right?
They are,
somewhere
but
there.
if you're not
I didn't see any.
If you're not using your phone,
They're hard to. I don't know where they are. They're hard to pick out.
you need to use a smartphone error. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they expect you to have your phone on you.
Well, you didn't experience that side of things, but
Yeah, 'cause I wasn't the one doing
I
it.
actually
Planning.
enjoy the app and the convenience of not having to run across the park, the Space Mountain or Indy, or I don't know, it's a different park, but we have to get that fast pass, and then we'll go back to here, and I don't miss that.
Okay.
I don't miss the paper. I don't miss going to my wallet. I like the phone. Our phone's in our hands anyway, all day, every day, so it's no different. Having a phone in your hand is as normal as having hands.
Phones for hands.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. That
it's like having clothes on.
it's not. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's just
part.
second nature. Yeah.
That part, I
Maybe 5
get.
years ago it wasn't, but now it is.
The thing, it was never geared towards us, the enthusiasts. It was always for the families that go through the park kind of lazy and slow and only do a few things and don't never get everything in and are meant to just join the vacation club so you come back 8 times a year and that's what you do. That's how you get everything in. You're not supposed to do everything in one visit because you're going to be back, right?
But
And-
we had to go hard to get as much as we did.
Yeah, that's the thing. You had to work even harder than ever.
Oh man. That's
It does
terrible.
slow you down. So in that sense, it was everything I thought it was going to be. It is like they don't want us there.
But
really,
can you explain why you think the new system restricts you more than the old system? The system that's still implemented at Disneyland.
the old FastPass, it's like I know we figured it out pretty early on, like how to work it.
Right.
So it worked for us. And yeah, you had to run around because you had to be by the ride to get the paper and then go back to it later. So there's a lot of crisscross in the park. To answer your question, why it's more restrictive is because they have it restricted to groups, right? You can't get Splash, Space, and Thunder. They know that that's the 3 you want. So
Yeah.
they make it, if you have Space, you can't get
in
Thunder
Magic-
or Splash. You
there
have to
is-
get Space,
There are no groups
Winnie
in
the
Magic
Pooh,
Kingdom.
and Peter Pan. You gotta get 2 shit rides. Like,
No, but in Magic Kingdom there are no groups.
Magic Kingdom?
That's the
Alright,
one
so I'm
part
wrong about
there
that.
isn't. Epcot, there are groups, studios.
I know Epcot, you
Really?
couldn't,
Animal Kingdom. Yeah.
you couldn't get Test Track and Soarin', right?
You
Because
can't
those are the
get
two biggies.
Test Track or Soarin' together or Frozen.
So wait, why is Magic Kingdom the only one that doesn't have groups then?
So Kingdom, you can get the 3 mountains. You can.
You can, yeah.
Okay.
And we did.
To be fair. All right.
But-
well, we didn't because Thunder wasn't open, but
The ones that are in groups like Frozen, Soarin', and Test Track is if you're staying on the resort, you have 30 additional days to book it over someone who just buys tickets. So you're never gonna get Frozen if you don't stay on the resort.
That's awful.
well, see, then that answers your own question. Like, why is this more restrictive? Because because
Well, that's one aspect that
this is like they really now you're being shit on for not staying on their property at one of their hotels.
that's something I do despise.
which is crap. Yeah, which never used to be.
Right.
All right, so maybe I was a little harsh. Maybe all right. So there's no groups in Magic
But
Kingdom.
I feel like there was a group Magic Kingdom one time.
Maybe when they first implemented it.
Yeah. But it's so flexible with the app, the times, and
But it's not. It used to just be, look, if you were going to get there at opening, you could run around and get all the ones you wanted. You could work it.
Right.
And now there's no advantage because everybody booked 6 months ago. So there's no
you're saying
there's no advantage to like I got up earlier than you, so, first come first serve. It takes that out of the equation kind of.
I was almost about to say, actually, well, that it's like a level playing field. But you're saying it's not because if you're staying on property, you can book further out.
Right. Now it's based on how much money you're spending. Instead of being based on how much work you're willing to put in.
So it's just pure bucks now. That's terrible.
It used to be,
Well, as far as the time you have,
it didn't matter.
to book the
Yeah, but that gives you the advantage to get the ones that are the valuable ones. They all book up.
My problem is more what I was saying before, how the FastPass line slows down the standby line.
That's still the worst, which was always a problem, but I felt like it was worse now than ever.
So I'm
Interesting.
thinking they should just take out certain rides off FastPass.
Yeah,
Wait, and that's it.
like that'll never happen though.
I really believe that Frozen would have been maybe 45.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they may
I think
because they have done that in the past. Like Haunted Mansion used to have Fast Pass, and they took that away.
no, they have it again,
Oh, they brought it back?
and it's terrible. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Omnimover.
Yeah,
It was what, a 45-minute wait all day or something now because like
It was more.
FastPass destroys it.
Oh, that's not.
We walked by at night, it was
Yeah.
like 65 minutes.
Right. Well, that was like that really crazy crowded day, but yeah. There you go.
Mansion should never be
Great example.
more than 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it
15
wouldn't be if FastPass didn't exist. At least on that ride, it fucks it up. So
That's a FastPass in general discussion. No, that's not.
yeah,
really-
it's infuriating.
I don't know. I personally enjoy the new FastPass system, the app. I enjoy the flexibility of it. I like it better than the paper system. But I do remember, and think about it, Magic Kingdom in Florida, it's not so easy to go back and forth. If you want to go to Tomorrowland, Frontierland, and then Fantasyland, you're talking, you're blowing your legs out.
I know, it is.
In Disneyland, it's more accessible.
Sometimes you think Disneyland when you walk in there, and then it's always. I forget
That place
The
is
walk.
a beast. So if I could just whip
like
out my
Thunder to
phone,
Space. That is a long walk.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And can you even pretend like FastPass Plus doesn't exist? Is that even possible?
no.
Oh no.
So you can't even do that.
But you can make
Just have a whole
changes.
day with no FastPass. But
Yeah.
that's no different. Paper system was the same thing. You had to use it.
Right.
At different points, you
But,
couldn't not.
Yeah, I know we had mentioned that.
That's not
or at least we
necessarily-
had talked
That's
about
not
that.
necessarily true because you could change your selection on the spot, on the go. Unlike the paper system where you were at the mercy of that selection.
Yeah, once you got it, you were locked
Right.
into that
Uh-huh.
ride that time.
So
You
there
had
is
to
more,
wait a certain
there is
amount
more
of time.
flexibility than there was before.
I guess in that sense. I don't know.
There's pros as well as cons.
I don't know. It's still all for their advantage. That's the thing that will always stick with me. It's the casino way of looking at everything. It's just like the advantage is always to the house,
House always
no
wins.
matter what. They're not doing it for you. They're not. They make it seem like they are, but they're not.
Right.
Because in the end, when everyone has to line up at 8 a.m. and wait an hour and a half for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, it's like they don't really give a shit about you then. Then if they really did, then they do something to make that actually go away, so no one had to wait. Where you're actually waiting outside the queue and you're not even immersed in their queue that they built for you. Where maybe there is some things to entertain you, but there's a whole part where you're not even in that yet, and you're out in the sun, and you're just they don't give a shit.
That's where the extra magic hours, I guess, they throw that in there. You can
Oh sure,
if you
spend
stay
more money.
on site,
Give us more money, and then you'll get you won't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's
500 a
all-
night
it's all
for a
that.
box room at the.
It's all status. It's all how deep your pockets are, and that stinks. It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, but if it was Six Flags prices, imagine the crowd issue. I mean, there's supply and
I
demand.
know it has to
and I know
be-
we were talking about that when we were there. There's supply and demand that comes into play with this.
Oh yeah, and then we talked about it. I said it's the most crowded I've seen at least 2 of the parks ever.
People are willing to pay.
Yeah,
People are willing to go. People are willing to stay on the property. Simple.
that came out of this too with me is that we talked about it on our show a lot about what's the tipping point. There ain't there yet. I'll tell you that. It's whatever they're doing right now. It is working because it looks like they're raking it in more than ever.
Yeah.
I don't know where this many people have this much money to spend, but they do because it was packed.
There is no shortage of crowds.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
So I mean, whatever. I guess my opinion is what it is, but it's working for them from a business standpoint right now.
Well, look at it this way. You make jokes about Great Adventure being dumpy and shitty park.
Okay. Yeah, we do.
We all go every single year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Six Flags is like Disney in that respect. It's an institution that's never going to go away. You guys said it before. There's always going to be a demand for it.
And that's where we got into. We were talking about it while we were there. I know about like the business side versus just like the human side.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the business side, especially nowadays, will always win out.
Well, it's a corporate world.
And
now.
it's like, I guess my only argument for that was like, well, it certainly didn't start that way. Walt Disney himself didn't start it out of that because it always came down to like, well, why would they do that? If they're making so much money, they're making millions a day or whatever the hell they're making. Why would they bother fixing up certain attractions or, this is more maybe Disneyland even, like their Tomorrowland has been a mess since we've never seen it like it should be.
Yeah.
We didn't start going to that park till after the 2000 and it's always been a mess. We only know it as a mess. But like, why would they put money into that? Because people come anyway.
Right.
So why bother? Why not dump millions into that Fast Pass Plus instead?
It was always a business, though. Even when it started at 55, it was always
Yeah,
a
but it's
business.
like the original, like Walt and those original 9 old men, they never thought that way. They really just designed things for people to have fun. And
Generally,
you
yeah.
know, that was generally what they wanted to do. They just wanted to wow you and impress you and
Right.
how can we get people through faster and how can we improve on this concept, and that's all they cared about. And it's like, so it did happen once in history and it just like maybe it'll happen again. I don't know if any of us will live to see it.
There are
But
still Imagineers like that, even the most
but they
recent
don't
ones that
control
are
anything anymore.
the same, have the same mentality.
They're just like workhorses. I feel like they have ideas. I'm sure. I don't doubt there aren't some people that are in that company that have cool ideas and try occasionally to get them put through, but they never do. Like what?
Yeah.
Why would I greenlight that? That's not based on a movie that came out in the last 5 years. Come back with a better idea.
Well, it's
You
like
know?
this movie was so big. This is only one option here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a ride based on this movie. That's it.
So it's just unfortunately, yeah. It's like I had a good enough time, but not enough that I want to go back again. This happened, and it's like okay, but I don't need to go back because unfortunately, I don't see it improving anytime soon. The gripes I have, I don't see any of them being addressed. I think it'll just keep getting worse. So it didn't change me much. I guess it softened me enough that like I had that great Space Mountain experience. And I rode Tower of Terror again.
You would have mentioned that.
But they didn't turn me either, though. It's like it didn't just going there didn't make me feel like, oh, forget it, they're doing everything right. Because no, they're not. What are you gonna say?
Well, evidently they are doing everything right. But
Well, from their standpoint, they are.
do you want to mention that incident on the tram where it was a kid talking to his mother, and I asked you a question like, do you think they're banking on people being so dumb that they're only doing what they reserved, the 3 attractions?
Oh yeah, there was that thing where the kid was asking his mom.
I don't know if it's that far-fetched of a question, but the kid was asking the mother, how come some people are staying after they use their last fast pass?
Oh,
and
interesting.
the parents were just like dead silent. I think that they just wanted to get out of there.
Nah.
Yeah.
But that made me ask that question to you. Like, do you think
Right.
they're banking on that? Like, people think that's all they can do? Or that's all they will do? Just because they're, like, brainwashed by this system?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, we're old school. We know how it works,
There might be a percentage, but the standby lines were all really long.
Yeah.
All weekend long, so enough people know that you can do that still. Oh, maybe it's just they think they know that you can do that, but some families just won't.
Right.
They refuse to. They're just like, we're not gonna wait on a line, a regular line.
That leads me to another question. You said that they raised the queue times on purpose.
Oh, you should bring this up.
So,
yeah.
if that is true, that would fall into the hands of Disney banking on people just doing those attractions they reserved. Because when they see the standby being 90 minutes when it's really a half hour, maybe they will go home then have to come back next year.
It does seem like they inflate them, but to be fair, I finally happened. They give out red cards to people randomly
to track how,
the time.
Yeah.
It happened to me.
Oh, really?
I got it.
Oh, wow.
Kilimanjaro.
So it's not an urban myth. Like, it's true.
No, I mean, we knew it happened. I just
Okay.
didn't think they did it anymore.
Oh, I think they stopped doing it. No,
Yeah.
I guess they still do it. I did
Okay.
get it. On Primeval Whirl, of all things.
that
Primeval
wasn't
Whirl.
Kilimanjaro. Primeval. Okay.
Yeah.
You made the joke. You keep passing it back, like to the person.
yeah. Should I keep passing it back to inflate the,
Maybe that's what's
the
happening.
wait time? So they do that.
That's really weird.
To
You see,
try to get like a real-time picture.
I wouldn't think they would have to do that at this point because these rides have been there for however many years, and you would think they just know.
See, I think so. They do that. I mean, I don't know if they still do it at every ride. Maybe they don't. And I still don't know if there's an intentional inflation. So whenever that card comes back, it's that plus something maybe. They
Yeah.
whatever. They still could be doing that. Some rides seem to be really off. That's why I say that. But it's also never going to be exact because it always depends on how many Fast Pass returns they get at any one time. And that's always going to be random.
How many fast pass holes they get?
Yes. How many Fast Pass holes cut the line. So there's no way they can account for that, really. Other than maybe
Yeah.
to always pad it.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that is another reason why they do that, maybe.
I see.
Or do you
Okay.
think they're overdoing the amount of people they're giving out fast passes for?
I think it might be, because it seemed like it's worse than ever.
I felt, at Frozen, I felt like a real second-class guest.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And there was a lot of
That's
stop.
terrible.
There's a lot of points where you'd stop and just stay in the same spot for a while.
And
That
you should
was-
never
yeah.
feel that way. You should never feel like
That
you're
was the
second
one
class.
ride I almost lost it. I was keeping quiet, but I was really getting frustrated.
really? I didn't even realize that. Okay.
Because
You didn't tell me.
And they really
Yeah.
make you feel like they're like getting special treatment.
Oh,
For spending
It really is.
the money.
It's class warfare. It really kind of is. I mean, it is like, you're in steerage.
Exactly what it is.
Oh, man.
It really...
If you're a business guy who needs their phone all the time for business, like, the last thing you want to do is have your phone in your hand as a father.
Yeah, that's
Daddy,
right.
what time is
Yeah.
the fast pass? I don't know. I'm gonna get away from my fucking phone.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a problem too. Yeah, and then you pick it up and you happen to see that text from work. But yeah, you're right, because it's like, and now if you want to not have your phone on you, because you used to have the choice at least, but now it's like you kind of don't have a choice. If you want to work the fast pass system,
Yeah.
anyway, you don't have a choice. So it's like, yeah, they kind of force.
And you
that on
can't get away with phones these days. Everything's intertwined. Whatever, Instagram, Facebook, your email, your texting, everything's one goddamn thing.
No, absolutely.
You can't get
Yeah.
away from anybody.
So it's like, what they want.
They
That's
don't
what's gonna happen.
want guys in their 30s with all three mountains in their pockets, fast passes at 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
another
'Cause
confirmation.
that would happen.
I got here was that like what I said on the show a while back, that they don't want us. That's just like confirmed for me
Yeah.
being there. It's like, they don't want us there.
Right. Well, they want families
really
that are
don't.
going to spend money on merchandise and food and hotels and all this other stuff.
And not care that they only do like 5 things
Yeah.
the whole day. 5 attractions.
Right. The number of attractions they actually do, they couldn't care less about that. They want
Oh,
to
yeah.
get in the parks, they spend more money.
Right.
All right. Any other thoughts?
I'm not going to say I didn't have a good time. I think I kind of feel like it was what I thought it was going to be. I know I said this on a show a while back, like there's a good day in there somewhere, like, and we had to work harder than ever, but the stuff that was always great is still there. A few of the overlays, I think maybe the ride before was better, but like Test Track. But in general, like there's still classic stuff that you always liked. That's there. They're not building new stuff quick enough, for sure, and that we know before even going. But yeah, the system that they have and the whole way it works and what you have to do to get your rides in, I still didn't enjoy it as much as you should be able to. Certainly, I still felt at the end of the day like I paid more than ever before to get less.
My final thought is
You'll go back, right?
I'm ready to go to Disneyland.
Oh.
The
Well, I
place that really is in my heart is Disneyland.
So, all right, you agree that that's better?
What's your favorite park in Disney World?
I guess Magic Kingdom is still
Yeah, mine's Epcot.
overall best.
What about you?
Yours is Epcot.
Well, oh, me? Yeah, I mean, I guess I gotta go with Magic Kingdom. It's like I don't want to, but I feel like I have no choice.
It's like the lesser of evil. It's just
Yeah.
because no park there is truly complete.
Yeah.
So, but you agree that Disneyland's better, the resort
That's-
overall?
Well, that's the best theme park in the world.
Or no, not the resort, but just that park.
Yeah.
Disneyland
The
Park.
DCA is probably better than Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
I think that's a
alright.
fair assumption. You guys should
Okay.
agree with that, right? I mean, especially nowadays when they did the overhaul.
I don't know. I don't know. California Adventure's not really that good.
But neither is.
I know, none of them are that good, really.
You know.
Yeah, that's the problem. All right, so
Merry Disney.
All right. Thanks for writing.